So what's going on, guys? How you doing? The mic just mics look like it's in a good place there. Hey, what's going on? So another week, another endless stream of development. Not exactly. Unless you just didn't pick up on the not too subtle hint there at the top of the screen, yes, you will see that I have actually released the Android beta. Excuse me. So does that mean I'm done? Yeah, the whole thing's done, man. Go home. It's no. That means it's done-ish. That means I was confident enough in the Android build that I was ready to unleash it, and still need to do a bunch of stuff. Still need to get the iOS stuff dialed in, get all that set up, and that's gonna be a pain. That's gonna involve like working with the Mac Mini and all that kind of stuff. So probably won't try and tackle the iOS stuff here just because that's gonna suck. I mean, most of the stuff is gonna be off screen, so it's not gonna make for good entertainment, but check it out, man. So here's my to-do list. I see a whole bunch of nothing, which is fantastic. There's still stuff down here, but at least for the key beta release that I wanted to get done, that is now an empty list, which is why you now see that it's actually out. So let me go ahead and toss this up right off the bat. I'll probably do it a few times during the stream today, but let me toss them up here. Do it over here. There you go. So if we click on the link in this bad boy, check it out. We will see that, yes, the graphics are still insanely old. I have not updated the screenshots at all, but you will see the most important thing is right there. That is today's date. That means we finally have a new version out and ready to play. I'll probably be going through this a few times, but for anyone that has an older version of the game currently on their Android device, they probably want to go into the settings under apps, under Volley Village, and clear out your data, because the player data structure has changed a bunch. So if you try and play the new version with sort of your old player data, chances are really good that you will not get too far. It will crash on you. Undoubtedly, it'll just kind of hang. You'll be staring at the screen for pretty much eternity. So like I said, I'll probably go over that a couple of times once people start playing with it and giving me notes on saying, why does it not work? That'll be my first thing to tell you. But yeah, actually pretty happy. This is let me check, make sure that's okay. Yeah, so now I'm in a bit of a quandary because I am this sort of like empty to-do list, and the Apple stuff definitely doesn't it isn't really doable in this kind of situation. So now it's sort of a question of what do I try and tackle. I do have one scary thing, and that is Amazon. So AWS is taking care of my multiplayer stuff, and unfortunately I still have this one issue that I've talked about before, and it came up when I was doing some testing today, and it's driving me nuts. It is, in a nutshell, both devices are going to the same server, right? And that means that if I ask the server time, those numbers should be identical, right? Yeah, not always. And this is kind of a scary thing. I haven't found a good answer for it. And here's the strange thing is that one of the players will get a server time that is like literally like 1 second off. I mean, and it's consistent. And the scary thing is it's not a drift. It's not like it just read the number wrong once, because I'm constantly polling the server data, the server timestamp, and it's just one of those things that it stays constantly shifted, right? So one of the players, if it is shifted, it will always be shifted throughout the entire game. And so my choices are either like track down someone at Amazon, which unfortunately is not a simple thing to do without buying a coverage plan. So I mean, it's kind of nutty that I gotta like pay for a coverage plan to ask them why their software is buggy, which doesn't seem too fair. It's like, hey, let me pay you to address your mistake. So not really Jones on that concept. Another one is to abandon Amazon. AWS, just shift away from it, and then I don't know, either go to the Google Cloud or get nutty enough that I actually try and set up my own server at home. The nice thing about that is that my costs go to basically zero, but then I have a machine that I got to constantly run and make sure that it is always running. Otherwise, you guys aren't going to be able to play multiplayer. And then I would, my IP address, I'm sure you guys have the same thing. With my modem, it's anytime the modem locks up or I have to reboot, boom, I got myself a new IP address, which means that I have to set up something that allows me to update it, on the fly. So every time you start the game, I'd have to poll to make sure that the IP address hasn't changed. Excuse me. So another complication. But it is something that I have to look into. Or the third option, and this one's really scary, is the idea of trying to dynamically adjust gameplay if I feel like there is a server timestamp issue. And the way I know that is because what will happen is, one of the servers will tell them, their timestamp, and when it goes to the other guy, he'll look at it, and that'll actually end up being a negative number because the times are shifted so badly. So if one ever gets a negative number, then it would know that, okay, yeah, our timestamps are not synchronous. And I could try and make some kind of offset value, but even then, I'm still fighting the fact that they're, with any kind of data, you're going to have lag in pinging any server. So then I have to figure out how much I'm adjusting. How much do I need to adjust to try and accommodate that offset with the timestamp, but also not try and over adjust because there's just the actual travel time, And it could be, depending on the device and depending on the connection, it could be 100 milliseconds. So that was what I was trying to think on this morning. Unfortunately, I didn't come up with a good solution, which is a total bummer. But in the meantime, it's not something that happens all the time. It is something that is relatively rare. But when it does creep up, it's terrible because, one player shot is delayed before it fires, and one player shot fires way too early. So not a good scenario at all. I don't know. I honestly don't have a clue in the best approach on this. So I guess what I'll do is just kind of like hang tight. I mean, I'm still in beta. I haven't released it publicly yet. So I still got some time to sort of come up with a decent solution, but not liking any of my options at the moment. I mean, neither one of those sounds too ideal. But I guess what I can do is at least play with the even the setting up the Game Center stuff. That's just gonna be some minor code adjustments, which you can see like in here, right? Because Unity has the Game Center stuff pretty much baked into the editor these days. There's really not a tremendous amount that I'd have to adjust. I could just take my Android code that I was using for the check-in, just to make sure that it's all logged in properly, and recycle that and adjust it, but that's still not a tremendous amount. So, hey, walking, talking Stephen Hawkins. How's it going, man? Welcome. So, as I was just announcing, if you look at the top of the screen, you'll see that I've actually finally released a stable version of the game for Android. Just did that today. I can't be here for long today. It's way too late for Tuesday. No, I understand, dude. That's fine. Yeah, I'm still in Monday land. So, but yeah, thanks for coming in and say hello, man. I do appreciate that. I can't remember if you told me before if you are or not a Android user, but if you are, good news. I finally got the update done. So, excuse me. At least for one-player game and all that kind of stuff, we're all in good shape, and you guys can start bug hunting and see what things I might have missed. I think it's pretty stable. I'm pretty confident that you're not going to find too much, but invariably, I'm sure I missed something here or there, and you guys can start pointing out all the little things that I've missed, so I can do those final tweaks and actually do the proper release. As I was just, are there any emulators for PC, Android that I can use that you know of? There are, but I hate to say it. I'm not really. I'm an iPhone. Okay, yeah. I hate to say I'm not really too familiar with the Android emulators. I know there's a couple out there, but I don't really have a good suggestion on that. Since you are an iPhone, I'd say just hang tight. This is the code I'm looking at right here. Is I need to go ahead and finish up the Game Center check, and once I get that plugged in, I'll be releasing the iPhone version, and you guys can, you iPhone users, be able to get at it through TestFlight. The only catch here is that in order to get all that stuff set up, I have to sort of like do some work on the Mac Mini, which I don't have hooked up in my stream here, and excuse me, getting all the provisional files and all the certificates and all the crud that I gotta pull out of Apple and integrate into the build, which means that I don't have a simple way of doing this, at least in terms of streaming, of getting the iPhone version up and out the door for you guys. But it should not be too much of a headache. I'd like to say once I finish the stream here, hopefully I can roll over onto the iPhone stuff and get all that done. But it's one of those things that, because I'm going to be dealing with passwords and all kinds of codes and that kind of stuff, not an ideal thing to be streaming to the general public. So I will not be able to finish up the iPhone version here on the stream. But by and large, unless there are things that pop up that I'm missing, I should be able to get that up and running without too much of a headache. I just have to dig through all my code and make sure all these sections in here are ready to go for iPhone users. I'm here for you, you're here for me, not the game. Well, thanks, man. So right before you strolled in here, I was just talking about a bit of a quandary I have here, because I'm not exactly sure what I can tackle, because I literally, this is my beta to-do list, but my beta to-do list is pretty much empty now, right? There's literally nothing on my task list. So I can dig through some of the stuff that I wanted to do after I got the beta out the door and start addressing that. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I guess there is a couple things I could try and start tackling. One of the key things I wanted to do, which I think I started to tackle before, but sort of stopped down when I had to do some backtracking on some of my code. But so we have this, right? You have your choice when you first start up a game. You can either choose to come in through Google Play or as a guest, right? Now, if you do come in as a guest, the catch here is that the guest account is tied specifically to that device and that install. Excuse me. If you were to wipe it and delete that data and you come up again, you're going to get a whole new guest account, and that original guest account is just gone, right? So anything, God forbid, if you actually spent some, time, buying some items, right, or actually spending some coins, then unfortunately, if you lose that guest account, you lose those purchases. So obviously, you want the Google Play, because that means that all your stuff is locked in. You can always access it. But what I don't have right now is, if I hit this guest account, boom, I have no way of actually associating my guest account with a Google Play account. And I need to do that, so if someone starts off with a guest account but wants to connect it, so that way they'll never lose their data, I need to come up with something like that pops up down here, I guess, that says connect with Google Play. So that way, then there's no danger of that person ever losing, their progress, or, all the stuff they've unlocked, or more importantly, anything they've actually purchased. And that's my biggest fear, is that I would hate that for anyone, because I have no way of, because a guest account is truly a guest account, there's nothing that truly identifies that individual. I don't ask for passwords, I don't ask for emails, primarily because I don't want to offer hacker bait on my server, right? If I don't have any data there, then there's nothing for them to really steal. But that also means that the guest accounts are truly, in essence, anonymous. Or maybe I just don't play too much. Let's see. I don't think there are many games I know of that have that feature. Or maybe I just don't play too much phone games. And I think you're right. I think this is just... I may be overthinking this. I may be trying to be bending over backwards to be too accommodating. But I know that... I guess if you're a big enough company and you got enough people... and if someone comes up and says, I have a guest account, and, it's gone, and I lost all my data, and they can respond with an email kind of going, well, that sucks, dude. I'm sorry for that, but you should have, done a different account. I think what happens normally is, I think some of the other games that I've looked at actually do that, but they sort of do it behind the scenes. Their thing is that if you have a guest account and then you request to connect to Google Play or Facebook, right, then it connects the two automatically without talking to you about it. For me, I just want to make sure that it's upfront and people understand why you would want to connect it, But, excuse me. But I mean, that's, it's not a mandatory thing, but I would feel bad and guilty, and I would have no way of easily resolving it. So at least I feel like if I say, look, you have an ability to connect this, right? So you can try the game out as a guest and then connect it, and that way all your data is permanently registered, right? And you will never lose it, as long as you have that Google Play account, which there's no reason to lose that, right? That you will always be able to access your stuff. So I think I may actually, let's see, unless I can find something else to play with. Yeah, just little things. Add exclamation. Yeah. So the red, which should be 160. Okay. Yeah. Update gears. Yeah, and it's funny because I'm looking at my actual my post beta release to-do list, and most of them are really just superficial kind of things. I mean, like one of the characters when you play multiplayer, when you do the the taunting scene, one of the rotations is a little off. I mean, that's the kind of stuff I'm looking at here. Excuse me. Yeah. Oh, I need to make like a rating kind of thing. So if you play the game enough, it'll come up and say, hey, rate my game. But once again, minor. I do need to add that. So one of the things I don't have dialed in yet, oops, let me come back out here, is this feature, which I advertise, but we're in beta, so I'm not too freaked out about it. But, this thing, right? It says if you use the character, then you get the bonus coins. If you do that, if you actually unlock the character and use it in a game right now, you actually don't get those bonus coins. So that's a pretty good choice right there, because it's, I think users would definitely get pretty PO'd pretty quickly if they don't get their bonus coins. So that might be something fun to tackle here. Nothing too earth-shattering, but it's something I need to address for sure. Let's see, let me check out other things. Do want to probably revise the tutorial at some point, but that one's also pretty minor, because the tutorial works, but it could just be a little more friendly in the hand holding. That's minor. Yeah, cross-platform. It's funny, my note about connecting accounts, I have it in my to-do list 3 times over, so yeah, minor. Wow. Well, this is great news, though. I mean, I'm going through this post-beta to-do list, and I'm thrilled at the fact that most of this stuff really is super minor, and a couple of them I actually already have addressed. That's even better. Let's resend. No. Oh yeah, I do need to do that. At some point I have to do this. Someone else did point this out one of my streams a while back, but if you come into the old options here and you go, oh hey, let's look at the credits. Oh wait, let me look at the credits. Credits. So there ain't no credits yet. It's not gonna be much. I mean, it's I'll be a good boy this time and actually do a better job in crediting the music I'm using, which is all fully licensed, and I think generally speaking that if you license it, then you've pretty much paid your dues. I don't think any of them necessarily request accreditation, but I can make double sure of that. But the credit's really just going to be me, and then Daniel Thomas, that guy I keep referencing all the time, who did the concept art for my characters, and that's pretty much it. So I mean, that's kind of a boring credits page. So that's why I've sort of neglected it, because there's really not that much to show, And this guy is dialed in. This is cool. I'm very happy about this. You can actually see faintly the water. Right now it's in the fancy version, right? The foam. And boom. And if you drop it to performance, you can see the foam goes away. And I was testing it. My parents actually have a Samsung tab. It's kind of a low-end tablet. And when I have this fancy water with the foam and the depth and all that kind of stuff, it was running at 10 frames a second, which is just death for the game. No one's going to play a game that's 10 frames a second. That's unplayable. So, but it's pretty sick. I switched over to performance, hit OK, and it was between 35 and 40 frames a second. It just jumps right up. So I'm really happy I thought about doing this little tweak here. So anyone that has an older device has a way of boosting that performance. In that case, I was happy when I saw the numbers kind of jumping as much as like 50%, but this was a case where it was jumping like 2 or 3 fold in terms of performance. So that's happy. That's really cool. So yeah, I have to do a credits thing, but that's super minor, so we won't deal with that. Going through here, minor technicality stuff, show news. Yeah, I have that, but I haven't done anything. I actually have an ability that I can do little pop-ups when you first load the game, dynamically off of my Kombu player data server. If I need to do notifications, it'll pop up and give you news about what's going on. I have that actually integrated, just haven't even used it yet. Speaking of, here you go. This little message that pops up here, it says test. That's my news test right there. So it works. I'm just not doing anything with it yet. So got that already dialed in. Let's see. I definitely want to do some tweaking on the AI. I guess that's something else I could look at too. So let me do a quick update my list here. Revise the AI, and then add coins if using a unlocked launcher. All right. So the AI is definitely improved. Just one feature I actually changed and makes a world of difference. Something I didn't even notice until just the other day. Excuse me. So one of the things that the AI was doing was that it would find a target, right? Shoot it, and then it'd find a target and then wait for the reload, right? Which is great, except for the fact that when he fires, sometimes while he's waiting for the reload, the target gets blown up, right? And there's the catch. So even though the target that he's waiting to shoot has now been destroyed, he'll go ahead and fire it another time before he actually updates his target list. So, what was happening before and is not happening now is sort of like if he would go after what you just did, the power-up. When he would hit it, he would hit the power-up, and then rather than turn back and start hitting the buildings, he'd turn around and shoot an empty space again. So what I have now is that it just it pulls it while it's waiting for the little villager to actually reload the catapult. Every 10th of a second, it does an update and just checks to make sure that its current target is still a viable target, and if not, then it updates it. So that's a big thing, because that was eating a lot of his time, is that he's reshooting targets that shouldn't be targets anymore. So that's addressed. One thing I've not addressed, and I boosted my skill level to like 45 or something like that, just so I could get the AI to play better. Because as I mentioned before, the AI scales based on the user's skill level. So now this guy is actually playing really well. Oh, he just barely missed that, didn't he? I'm going to punish him. There he goes. So he's shooting a lot more accurately now because I've boosted his skill level. And so like if it was back down like in the beginner level, like a level 5 or 6, then you'll see him miss more. But when he starts getting up to this scale, you see that he's much more accurate. So that's pretty good. I'm really happy with that. That scales nicely on the fly, dynamically. And he adjusts his game dynamically too. So if one player starts just wailing on the other, he'll actually adjust his play. Oh, he got me. Look at that. He got it right off the... See, that's it. That's what I'm talking about. If he was like a level 6, he would have taken like 2 or 3 or maybe 4 or 5 shots at that power before he would have actually hit it. In this case, because I'm a level 40 and 45, he's just absolutely wailing away on it and gets it in the first try. But it's game over. There he goes. But the one thing I do need to address is I need to create a villager manager, because right now it just hard codes the idea that he just automatically throws out 2 villagers for any time there's a building down, right? And I mean, if you notice my play, I never send out villagers. The only time I send out villagers is if I'm just getting completely destroyed and I'm like down to only a couple buildings, and then I'll start throwing out 1 or 2 villagers, right? But with the AI, you see what he's doing right from the get-go, And I mean, this is kind of foolish because you're sacrificing your ability to reload, half your speed. So right now, I'm firing twice as fast as he is. So that gives me a stupid advantage, right? So I mean, if he was reloading at the same speed I was, right, we would be more toe to toe in terms of like taking out each other's buildings. So the point is I think I need to revise the AI and have him so he more intelligently sends out villagers only when he needs to, and pulls them back, right, and throws them out there, and also can like do a desperate move too, right? Because if there's a situation like, you know, if like pretend all my buildings were down and he's going after, you know, my catapult, I can throw all 4 guys out and start doing this bit and trying desperately, you know, to get rebuilt before he has a chance to hit my catapult like that. You know, if I'm just wailing away, boom, there he goes. So I was able to rebuild. So, and then maybe add some feature like that for the AI, to have the AI have intelligence enough to realize that it needs to just forget about firing, just throw everyone out there and desperately try and get a building rebuilt before it's too late, and then call them back in. So that's going to be a little bit of an intelligent AI. There's going to be some serious if-then-elses in that kind of equation. But I think it'll help tremendously with the gameplay in twofold. It'll make the player better, and more importantly, it'll make the AI look much more realistic, right? So it looks less like just a robot and more like, you know, it's a real person that you're playing. And that's the goal, is just to have it much more indistinguishable if you're playing a human or a bot. So I guess what I should do maybe is I think I'll go ahead and tackle this one since I don't have that added. Let me do that. Let me come in here and then in a game over situation, see if you're using one of these launchers. I have to go dig out how I'm actually addressing that too. Let's see. What's the cleanest way? There's about 5 ways I could tackle it, but I'm just trying to think of the simplest way that I can find that and then give the bonus coins. So let me make a note here. So Cyclops gets you 20%, as well as the Kraken. Kraken gets you 20% as well. 20%. And then Dragon gets you a pleasant 30% bonus. So there. Okay, so I think that's what we'll jump on now. Yeah, but I'm really anxious for my Android friends out there to start giving the beta a try now that the polished version is released, and start finding some of the bugs that I've missed, so I can hopefully get this thing more nailed down. Aside from the bug that I told you about with Amazon, right? So if you guys have a match where you're playing a friend and you notice that the sync is off, that is going to be Amazon biting me in the butt there. That is Amazon's server time, which for whatever reason sometimes, you know, I think it's a 1 out of 100 kind of scenario. I'm afraid to say that it might be more frequent than that, but it's just one of those things that one of the players will get a persistent server time that is like as much as a second off as the other player. And because all my shots completely function off of server time, that means that the gameplay is going to be shifted and wrong. So that is something that I cannot address at the moment until I figure out a good workaround. So if you see that happen, just kind of go, oh, well, that sucks. Jimmy77, hello. Is it on the Play Store? It is. Where's my... Here you go. Check it out. So if you have an Android, I just put this up today, the latest build. There you go. You can find the beta version on Google Play right now. It's a free-to-play game. I don't know if you got a chance to see it yet. I'll give you a quick rundown. Sort of Angry Birds meets Battleship. So I say Angry Birds because you target, kind of like Angry Birds, right? Distance and your direction, right? And then once it says fire, your objective here is you're actually taking out your opponent's bouncing buildings because they actually reinforce the force field, right? So, but the first thing you notice is the fact that it's not turn-based. You're actually playing in real time. And you can either play locally or you can actually go online and play. It'll be online cross-platform, so iOS and Android will be able to play each other with no problem, and then later on desktop as well. But yeah, so and then you can actually see the AI has actually sent out a couple of villagers to repair the buildings, which in this early stage is a bit of a foolish move because now he's actually firing twice as slow because he only has 2 villagers on his catapult to reload. So that means I'm firing faster than him, and I'm also pretty skilled at this game since I play so much. Oh, but he did actually get a building rebuilt. So you can actually see the force field came back online. Oops. I just hit them, so I just reset their work. And then these power-ups that come up here, right? They come up, whoever shoots it scores it. The green arrow means that my guys fire, they go twice as fast. The stop sign, which puts your opponents to sleep. And a cloud bank, which actually covers your buildings in fog. But I'm going to finish them off there. There you go. So that is the gist of the game. I say Angry Birds meets Battleship, and the reason I say that is because you can actually customize the layout. Bounce back over here and come into the editor, and you can actually drop the buildings wherever you want. Right now I'm just hitting randomize because I'm being lazy, but you can hit clear. If you want, you can just put all the buildings one by one exactly where you want them to be. Me personally, my own personal insight is I think the little guys work best when they're like in the far corners, because it's just they're small targets and they're harder to hit. You know, especially when they're on the edges. So that's my own personal strategy, but you guys, your mileage may vary. But yeah, so you just drop them all in place, right? Just like this. Boom. You get a good layout. Oops. And then you can put them anywhere with the exception of the launch tower. I force you to put them in one of these 4 spots for 2 reasons. Number one, I don't want you to put it up here and then put put it in front of like the little guy. So it makes it physically impossible to actually shoot that because his, force field would cover it up. And that would just be a total cheat. So you can't do that. And I also don't want you to put it in the corner because you may be in a situation where the range of the catapult will make it that it physically can't actually hit a building. So you hose yourself and you'll never be able to beat the other person. You'll blame me. So by forcing you to put in one of these spaces, boom, there you go. You hit save. Oops, I missed somebody, didn't I? Oh, look at that. All right. There, now I hit save. Toss in a slot, and there. Now my layout is what I just put in the editor. Nice. I will give it a try. Thanks, Jimmy. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, please offer some feedback. I even have this little button right here, which is going to be just in the beta version, of course. This will go away once I release it, but boom. You can toss whatever you want in terms of information for me. That is a big help if you find, especially for bugs. I'm also totally open to suggestions as well, but, at this point in the game, bugs are my key target right now. You start with 1 circle to place 1 building, then you pay $10 for 1 new circle. Yeah. Ooh, that'd give me some 1 stars really fast, wouldn't it? Fun game, except for the fact it's a ripoff. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, yeah, I'm not going to be one of those guys. Yeah, I'm not going to make one of those games. So, yeah, I try to be as generous as I can with all this stuff, but, yeah, if I ever to get totally greedy, that's what I'll start doing. It's kind of like, oh, you wanted to put all the buildings in place. Can you get the Play Store on PC? I don't think so. I mean, it is an Android store. We were talking about it before, where I think there are some emulators that allow you to play APKs with the Android builds on a PC. But to be honest, I have not done that much. Just because I have my Android devices handy, I traditionally just play on the Android. Excuse me. So I can't really offer too much help there. Yeah, so emulators are the only way. Yeah, I'm afraid so. At this point, yes. I did talk about this before, and this is something that, I may do this. I may actually just create a PC build that allows you guys just to play it off your PC. Now, the catch would be, I was going to say the catch is I have no way of giving you more coins, but I may just put a button that just says, click here for, testers, click for more coins. Excuse me. And, because on Android right now, because the store here, right? If you're on Android, this store works, but it's in test mode, which means that nobody has ever charged. So the first thing you can do if you have an Android is come up here, click on this, and just buy, all these coins. So I might as well actually just consider doing that. I know that give a lot of people more opportunity to try the game out since they just have a PC build of it. I will get one of my friends with an Android to download it. Cool, man. Thank you. Yeah, definitely appreciate you giving it a try. But that's not a terrible idea. That's not a terrible idea. I was planning on doing that, but you know what? I guess I could. Let me see what I can do here. So, because I know that if I toss up a PC build, if I just put on my own website and with a link to it that you can just download and try it out, I know that a ton of more people will definitely give it a try. And of course, it'll end up on pirate sites in about 4 milliseconds, but that's okay because, I mean, my server is all temp right now anyways, so once I actually move the server, it's going to get orphaned. So, you know, they can steal it and throw on the websites, and they can enjoy it for about 5 minutes, you know. Alright, so I think the best way, if I'm going to concept this idea of doing a PC version of this, let me come into my scenes folder. Scenes. Alright. Then what I want to do is take Valley Village and go duplicate. And we're going to call this PC build. There. Switch that over. Yeah, definitely save my progress. Don't know what I changed, but I don't want to lose it. So, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, you know what? I think that is the best way to go. I mean, because I'd love to do the iOS version right now, but like I told you, because of all the crud I have to shove in there and pull off of the Mac Mini, that's going to make for a really cruddy stream. So, you know, as a close second, I can at least try and do this PC build. So first thing I'm going to do is go File, Build Settings, switch to PC, switch platforms. Alright, oh, and then one of the things I'm going to have to do, too, is this is poorly done on my part. I have a, oh yes, I have this search, right? I say, if we're Unity Android, run this code, right? And then the next one should be, if iOS, run this code. But I'm lazy. Right now I'm saying else, which is a bad choice, because that means if I'm on PC, it's going to try and run run the Game Center login, which is going to crash and burn very quickly. So let me actually change this right now to, I think it's if Unity, is that the correct terminology? I don't even remember. Oh, if Unity iOS, do it that way. Let me just check to make sure. I can never remember what the different things are. So let me just double check I have that phrasing correct. I think that is, but I'm gonna play it safe and look it up. Unity, yeah, Unity iOS. So any iOS device will go to this one. So that's good. So let me check. Wait, why do you not like it now? That's interesting. Else. Oh. That's why. Because I did an if then else before, didn't I? So let me just do end if this way. And then end if. Now it's going to be happy. Good. I separated those. Alright. So let me do a check on here, because I know I did this in a couple places, which is incredibly short-sighted of me to say if Unity Android do this, else do something else. No, that's, I'm not going to have just two platforms. So, alright, ads, I guess I can ignore main menu. Yeah. So here, yeah, perfect example. So let me go combo. Let me grab this guy. Save that. So like right here, it's saying, okay, display either the Unity display menu or else something else. No, that's not right. So I definitely want to check to make sure that I'm either on Android or if it is iOS. So that's good. Alright. Alright. Phone's blown up here. Make sure it's, yeah. Sorry. I got the missus. Give me a shout here. Quick sidebar. Let me just make sure there's nothing catastrophic here. Okay, yeah. Nope, no big deal. Why are you putting a, totally valid question. So the beauty of this setup is what this does is it means this code will only ever execute, right? In this if then else statement, it will only execute if Unity is in Android mode, right? So, you know, for example, before, I don't know if you saw it, but this, well, here, like, so this code, because it's saying if it's Unity Android, execute this code. Otherwise, run this code. And you can see that this is actually, like, white text, and this is grayed out to indicate that because we're in PC mode, this code will never get executed. But my mistake, like I said, was that I don't need this to be else. I need this to actually be physically checking. Actually, do it this way. That is doing this. So this is a nice little Unity tool, and it's a good way if you want code that is platform specific. This is a great way to make sure that certain code will only execute on certain devices. So that way you will never have a Game Center trying to get executed on Android, or Google Play trying to get executed on iOS, which used to be legal back in the day, but then Google abandoned the iOS, so you can't use Google Play on Apple anymore. So I hope that makes sense. So so what I'm doing here is, both these things are examples of these are menus that pop up. These menus. So you can use the whole same script for all platforms, but you have small parts of different codes. Exactly. That's one of the joys of Unity, is it's write once, release many, right? So for example, let me log out, right? So, now nothing's gonna, oh, it did come up. Why did it shouldn't have actually come up. That's interesting. So this menu, for example, should only ever appear if it's on Android, right? And the fact that it just came up here means that I've done something wrong. So it should have just said stay offline or play as guest. Actually I should do that. If it's PC, it's going to default to guest, period. So I need to change this. This is a good thing. But if you're on an Apple device, right, then we come over here and see this menu right here where we see the first registration menu. Oh, because I haven't saved it yet. That's why it went up. All right. So if you're on Android, it'll show you this menu, right? But if you're on a Apple device, then it'll show you the Game Center version of this menu, right? So it's a beautiful way of recycling all your same code, but have it split off and show code that's specific to that device. That was like the hardest sentence I have ever had tried to construct. Well, no, it's perfectly written though. Yeah, that's exactly correct. That is exactly right. Yeah. So you have one giant set of code that executes on all devices except for these little pieces right in here, right? So if we want to show login menu, so actually we don't want. All right, so I guess I need to do a third one. Let me take this out of full screen. Come back to me. There it goes. So first registration. Yeah, so I have, this is what you saw a second ago, right? This is the Android version, right? And then if they're on the iOS, then they would see this version, which is asking you to connect your Game Center, right? For that way your account travels to all iOS devices. So now that I'm considering doing this PC build, at least for testing, I need to do a third menu. That'll be just for PC. First, so what I would do is go take this guy, duplicate him, and he throws it way to the bottom because he's a jerk. Let me put it back up here. There. First registration, and we'll call this guest. Alright. Bring this up. And then in this case, what I'm going to do is actually nuke the... I'm just going to turn it off, so it's going to be hidden. But if I need to reference it for whatever reason, I have it accessible. And then... Let's see. So... say play as a guest. Register as a guest to play online matches. Like that. Yeah, that's explanatory enough, right? So what I'm offering is, even on this PC temp build, what I'm going to do is give you the choice. You can either log in, creating a guest account, right, which means basically nothing, right? I don't ask for any data. I don't really store anything about your device, right? But this allows you to do this. But if you, for whatever reason, you don't want to, you don't have to. And what that'll mean is that you can just play offline matches, right? You can only play on your device. You can't actually play anyone else online. That's it for me tonight. I will see some next stream, even more on Friday. Walk and Talk and Stephen Hawkins, man, thank you. I mean, I know it's super late for you, so thank you for hanging out and coming by, man. And yeah, look forward to seeing you again, definitely on Friday. I will be here. All right, man. Until then, take care. All right, so I need to adjust this menu, make it a little more pleasant, so it's not just like insanely oversized. Oh, you know what? Actually, since it's just this, I could be kind of slick and do it this way and just put it on top. Since this is literally the only button that's here. Like that. And then maybe make this a 2-sentence thing to kind of go with that same sort of narrow motif. Yeah, there he goes. Cool. Alright. So I might do this, guys. If this comes into place nicely, I might actually just do, for testing purposes, the PC version. So that way you guys can actually join in the fun, even if you have an iOS device, until I get the iOS version done, or you have neither iOS or Android, which means you have a flip phone. But this would give everyone an opportunity to try it out if it works nicely. Let's see. And make sure that I do actually have, yeah, PC. Okay, good. And then I'm going to change that to, yeah, register as guest. There he goes. Okay. So, I need to find out where all this stuff appears. So, if Unity, I literally don't know the classification for a PC description, so let me look that up here. Oh, did I kill that other one? I guess I did. So let me look it up again. Alright. So we got iOS, got Android. Standalone Win? Yep. That's the bad boy. That's what I want right there. Excuse me. So I'll say, if we're doing a standalone Windows version, then we'll run this guy. Devious Oatmeal has followed. Devious Oatmeal, thank you for the follow, man. Thank you so much. The stream is tardy as always. I'm sure it'll pop up here in a second. But thanks, man. Thanks for the follow. Awesome. Really appreciate that, man. Thanks. Alright, so I need to actually grab this menu, don't I? So I can display it. Why is my alert box not showing up? Is just that tardy, or did I miss it? I might have missed it, but either way, I saw the chat thing pop up. So, dude, thank you so much for the follow, man. That's awesome. I appreciate that. Oops. Alright. Let's see. Menu, and then... There it is. Wow, boy, that was tardy, wasn't it? That's slow. Yeah, thanks, man. NP. Yep, no problem. Okay, so let's go menu PC. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I think that's sufficient enough. So, I think that's what I called it. Anyways. Oh, no, it's guest. Let me just be consistent. I'm in my naming here. Guest. G-U-E-S-T. There we go. Alright. Let's be this guy. Alright, let's get him attached to the main menu. And let me figure out where he is in this giant monstrosity. Excuse me. Just finished lunch. Sorry about that. That was not very polite. Alright, let's get this bad boy attached. So main menu. And it's going to be just over the info guys down here. Register somewhere in here. First, there it is. And then first guest, drop it in there. Good. Cool. Okay. So then we are in that mode. So I want to make sure displays it correctly. Let's say not Game Center, but guest. Set. Wait, why are you doing that? Oh, man. I keep misspelling guest here all of a sudden. That's a scary feature. Set active to true. There we go. Alright, I'm going to drop this in a couple places because there's a couple of points where we can actually come across this guy. Let's see, show login menu, show registration menu. Yep. Alright, so I throw it down here. That actually might be a relic. One of these actually may not even be getting executed anymore. Some of this code is at this point up to 3 years old. So it's one of those things that I could try and dig through and figure out which ones are still active, or I could just sort of like let them lie. So I'll take the shorter route. Alright. So he's there, he's there. Alright. Set active. Yeah, oh, this is wrong too. You know what? I'm going to just grab this whole chunk right here, because this is now the correct version. So this is the wrong way to do that, so I'll change that. As is this. Change that as well. Is it true? Oh, crap. I better check it. Wait, let me undo that, because these might be false. I don't want to, like, do this wrong. Yeah, see, these are false. I almost screwed that up, didn't I? These are turning it off. These are hiding it. Ah, stupid. That was almost a mistake. Alright, and this is false as well. That's good. Glad I caught that now, instead of scratching my head later trying to figure out why the menus aren't displaying correctly. I'll switch these back to true. True. I'll just grab them. Fix this code as well. Alright, and these are true, so I'm just going to replace all that. True. Wait, why does it not like this? What did I break? Oh, sorry, this is a nested, isn't it? Alright, I just got to do it in here. Good. And then these are going to be false. False, and oops, don't copy paste, that's stupid. False. Man, I had a bunch of these in here. And these are false as well. Go false. So how was the weekend for you guys? Anything exciting? Did you go do anything fun? Pretty low key for me. Try to devote as much time as I could to getting this beta out the door. So, nothing too exciting on my end, but that's not a terrible thing. False. Wow, I had a ton of these. Okay. So, it registers Android. So, actually should only ever be Google Play. If there's anything else, then something else is broken. So I'm gonna actually remove this, because the only time it should ever execute this code is if we're actually using an Android device. So I should feel confident about just having that line by itself. Let's see. So that's all good. I may have gotten this working correctly now. Let's check ourselves here. Didn't. Just wanted to shrink this down. There he goes. Alright. So. Oh, we get a couple of these. Okay, so here. Yeah. Oh, I gotta add this too on this one, don't I? Do that. So, yeah, this is in my combo window, so... Oh, was I I was referencing the main menu script. Okay. That's fine, we'll do it that way. Getting out of line here. Grab that. Now I'll come back to Kombu. Hello. Really? There. And we'll change this to menu script so I can find it. Menu script. Ah. Oh, because it's grayed out? Oh, that's crazy. Okay, fine. We'll do it this way. There. And done. Good. Alright. That's looking good. Yes. Alright, that one popped up. Yes, that's all good. Correct. 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 Yep. 3 more to check here. Yes. Yes. And then that one's by himself. Good. Alright. So, now, since my selected build is in PC mode, so when I do this, it should come up and say, do you want to register as guest, and only offer me that one button as an option. Like that. But if I hit no, then it'll just give me, so now I can, excuse me, so now you have the option, even on this PC build, which once again may just be a temp thing anyways, this may not live that long, but, so here, when I have this set up like this, if you don't want to, for whatever reason, if you don't want to go online and have a connected account, you can actually still play either 1-player or 2-player. And I used to have the 2-player set up on the PC, where you could play with a mouse and keyboard. I don't know if I still have that. Oh, I do. I have it set up, but okay, I need to change it because my targeting system used to work the opposite direction. And as you can see, I have it set up where you can actually play with a keyboard and a mouse. So 2 people can play on a PC at the same time, but I need to change that. Let's see, and this one's still working correctly. So, alright, let me actually knock that out real quick, because if I don't fix this right now, I'll forget about it. And then that means whenever 2 people play on a PC, whoever is playing blue is totally screwed, because they're never going to hit anything. So let me fix that. Let's see, so that would be under, I think I'm going to have that under Game Maker, or Game Controller, oops, space bar, no, let me just do it this way, because I don't remember where I tossed that code. Oh no, okay, or is it just dot space? Let me do a search on this one. Nope. There it is. Okay, there's a whole bunch. And most of this isn't me, so let me dig through here and find out which one is me. No. Keyboard control. There it is. Let's see. Up arrow. Angle. It's holding it down. 180. He's up. Let's see, power setting. That's okay. That may be okay. Right, left, up. Okay, this is what I want. So I just 180 plus angle. 180 plus angle. That should address it. Alright. Let's see if that took care of that. So what I'm trying to do, as I mentioned, is the iOS beta version is going to be a pain because I got to go to my Mac Mini. So as a stopgap, what I want to do is actually do a temporary PC build for you guys to try out for those that don't have an Android device. And that's what I'm kind of working on right now, because as you see on the screen, as of this morning, I actually have the Android version of the game out and available. In case you guys just came along, I'll throw this plug out here again, in case you didn't get it in the stream. So that is the link if you have an Android device and you want to try this game out for your Android, just click on that link and it'll take you to Google Play and you can try out the beta. Alright, so let's try this again. Up, down. Perfect, check it out. So this is kind of cool. So it allows two people, if they want to try the game out on the PC, right? And they can, you know, so this guy's over here and this guy's over here on the mouse. So it's just a little hack idea I came up with, so then, you know, people that are on a PC can still do two-player local. Excuse me, since PCs traditionally don't have touchscreens, right? So that allows that to work. So awesome. So we got that working. Let me fill up my drink here for a second. And then, let me check this again. So once again, this should come up with just the one button option, since we are on PC mode. Oh, and it didn't. Check it out. It broke. Okay, I'm glad I tested that. Alright. Where do the wheels come off? First registration menu has no reference? Really? I'm pretty sure I actually did connect that, but let's see. Did I lose that? Let me come down to info. It's up here. First registration. Wow, I did. I lost the connection on that one. That's strange. Actually, I may not have even done it on Kombu, so it's good that I do this. I gotta fix it anyways in Kombu. So let me come back down here first. Oh, that's weird. It blanked it out, didn't it? So it's there, but when I restarted it, for whatever reason, it actually dropped it. It dropped that connection. That's terrifying. Why would it do that? Okay, let me check Kombu. Oh, it's coming. It's actually referencing the main menu, so that should be fine. So why would it actually blank the value? How's that even possible? Yeah, so it's doing that correctly. Say no. Go to one player. Check the main menu again. Let's come down here. First. Yeah, so it's right there. There's the guest. So I say quit, restart. Alright. Now it's there. Okay, that's really scary. How would it... okay, I was doing two-player, right? So let's do two-player game. Right? And then we're in the UI. Where's my main menu? Main menu. It's right over here. Oh, and it dropped it. How is that even possible? Huh. First registration menu guess is getting deleted. Am I doing a destroy in there or something? Guest. Set active. That's all good. Wow. I have no idea how that's even possible. So I have this value assigned, but then when I'm dropping in the two-player mode, for whatever reason, it's actually, like, nuking. Oh, maybe it's deleting it. That would be really strange. Alright, it's a mystery. So here it is. There's our guest, right? Hit two-player. He's still there. Main menu. And it's still there. Okay. So restart. Holly Village. UI root. Main menu. First, and it's gone. That's bizarre. Oh! Of course. I know why. Because, oh, that's terrible. Because we're no longer doing the PC version right now. I forgot. when I hit reset, it actually reloads the scene, but it's actually reloading Volley Village and not the Volley Village PC version. So let me go build settings. Add that. I didn't even think about that. Okay. So PC build. So what we need to hunt down is all the instances where we actually reload the scene and do an option to have it load the right one. Village. Oh wow, I realize I have a ton of these, don't I? Alright. Alright. Make sure I get the naming right. If Unity main menu. Unity underscore really? There, that's what I wanted. Just make sure you get the terminology correct right from the get-go. So I'm gonna, I won't steal. It's gonna steal that, but can I do a return there? I can I? So. Or I could just do multiple else ifs. I guess again, it won't be as pretty, but else. Oh, do you have to do it together? No, it doesn't like it that way either. Oh, it's like this, isn't it? Oh, how do you do else if? I did this once before. Oh, that's it. That's that weird compressed else if on that guy. So if you need. And then just finally do a else. There. Yeah, I'll just recycle this. Alright, and let me get the naming correct. Like this. There. So that should make it actually load the proper scene. So that'll fix that problem that I was having a second ago. Alright. So I'll grab all that, and we'll put this in all the places where it comes up. That one. Oh. Why'd you come up there? That's... Wow, why is it popping up there? I don't think I actually used loader, so I'll just forget about that guy. Go online. Alright. So we'll just use this if alone. Alright, so yeah, I don't need to do the disconnect, it's just like that. Oop, forgot my ampersand. Alright. Cool, that fixes that guy. Let's see, and if, yeah, let me just grab these, copy. And actually duplicate login was something, a feature I had in a while back that would actually check to make sure that you don't log in the same account twice, and I don't have that kicking off anymore. I'm on the fence on whether or not it's worth checking that. There's not like a tremendous amount you can do by just logging in multiple times, so I may just let that slide. I mean, if you want to like have multiple devices with your same account, I guess there's nothing wrong with it. It won't help your averages because both will be reporting at the same time, and both of them will deduct coins, so it's not like you can kind of do a coin harvesting or anything that way. So I'll do a little more research on that later on, but I may leave that and just let you have an option where you could load multiple times. I guess, no, you know what? I do take that back, because if you go online, then there's multiple versions of the player that can muck things up when trying to start a match. So I do need to revisit duplicate login and figure out why that's not actually kicking off anymore. Start coroutine. So it should actually be checking that, but it didn't. Okay. Alright, I'll make a note on that. Duplicate login. Not working. Alright. Come back to that later. Alright, make sure I got all these guys knocked out. That's... Oops. Yeah, don't want that twice. That would just break stuff. Okay. Did I get it correct up here? Yeah, that's correct. Okay. That's correct. Nope. PHP, reload VVC. I don't think that even gets touched anymore, so that's good. Good. Okay. So, let me try and do this again. So go online. Should come up with the one button, like that. We'll say no. Come in a one-player game. And we'll quit, and we come back. So we're still offline, but if we request to go on again, it should come up with the one button. Good, okay. I think we got this behaving now. Try that. So one player is good, two player is working correctly. I'll check let me go online and do an online game real quick. Make sure it's working on online mode as well. I think it will. I think I've got that set. But because there's a couple different places and actually reload the scene, I want to make sure it's reloading correctly. And I'll play a quick game. Why not? I always like beating up on the computer. Yep. Actually, I should turn the audio on here. There you go. Dial it down a little bit so it's not blowing your eardrums out. Normally I mute it, but I let you guys listen to the game itself here. Show you that there are actually sound effects. There you go. Yes, I've played this game way too many times at this point. Oh, and then I so much for the boasting, and I just missed one. There he goes. And it's all over but the crying. And there we go. Game over. Okay. No, I'll be respectful. Why not? At this point in the online match, you get to see how the other person responds. So he's doing like the respectful. And I was respectful for him. But if you want to be a jerk, you can do disrespectful and he'll thumb his nose or just like make fun of the other player. Okay. So that's good. Now, question mark. So we're coming back here. Oh, we already, yeah, I guess we have to be. So let me log out. Come back in. And let's see if we just get the... Yep. Awesome. Alright, good. So that is working as I wanted. So let me mute the audio again. Bring this back up again. Actually, is that playing? Oh, it is just a little quiet. Okay. You know what? Actually, I didn't realize, but this is kind of easier than I thought it'd be. Because that's the biggest thing, is just making sure that the online stuff kicks in and the PC player can actually do that. Customize, this is all viable. Oh, I guess what happens here is... Yeah, it should come up with a can't find anything. So play as a guest, register. If we hit this, hit buy, it's going to do a whole bunch of nothing. I could come with a message that says can't do this in PC, I guess. You know what, that's probably a smart idea. Just so somebody does it and doesn't understand why it's not working. Because these are only intended for mobile devices. And I'm doing this temporary PC build so you guys can play it on a PC if you don't have an Android. Alright, so let me just throw in a quick check on this guy. Is that the correct one? Yes. Alright, IP, make purchase. Go make purchase. Alright. Man, I just totally moved this in the wrong spot, didn't I? Let me, I can't even unbuckle it. There it goes. Okay. Make purchase. Alright, so then what I'll do is I'll add a little check real quick. Say if Unity PC, and I keep forgetting the terminology for this. Is PC standalone? Is that correct? Don't want to screw this up. Oh, yeah, see, that wasn't correct. Standalone win. Yeah, that's intuitive. That's very intuitive. End if. And I don't want that to be capitals. Let's see, and do I have access to the main menu? Script? I do, good. Show generic message. We'll say not available. I cannot spell. Available. Not available. In PC version. I don't need a shout, do I? Let me change that. Toggled. Not in PC. Sorry. There he goes. Gotta go. See you around. Yeah, Jimmy, man, thanks for hanging out, man. I appreciate you coming by and saying hello. Alright, have a good day, man. Hope you can make it some other time. I'm here Monday, Wednesday, Friday, beginning at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and just pumping away. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, buddy. Appreciate it. Let's see. So main menu script, not available. Yeah, that should be all I need right there. Oh, no, not quite. And then do a return. So we don't go any further. My fingers are not typing well today. What's up with that? Okay. Alright, so we want to do this, and we go, hey, and it says, not available in PC version, sorry. Not available in PC version, sorry. Alright, and then this one, I'll do the same thing. Oh, yep, already got it. Good. By default. Nice. This is good, guys. Actually, I might actually get a little PC build out today for you guys to play with. That would be awesome. It won't be pretty in terms of install or anything, but allow you guys to play around for sure. So I'm going to add a button here. Just that'll add more coins when needed. Oh, get free coins. And this is just gonna, yeah, not available. Not there. And then that'll add coins. Yeah, no, I won't make it like insane. I'll just make it like maybe 25 to 100. You know, so I don't want like someone just wailing away and producing 5,000 coins. I mean, I guess it doesn't really hurt anything, but I just don't want people to go nuts. Let's see. Let's see. Online game over menu. That's not what I need. I need this guy. Yes. Yes. Let's go create sprite child. Yeah, just throw the dinosaur in there. Why not? It's like GUI. And we'll put a... Yeah, make it a green button. Why not? Label child. And I'll say testers add coins. Like that. Let me shrink this down. Just never like the spacing on that. Always seems too far apart. Testers add coins. That's pretty self-explanatory. Okay. So he's part of that one, so let's see if it pops up the way I think it will. Hopefully it just shows up when it all snaps into place. Nope, it's not. Alright, let me attach him to what's down here. These guys. They are part of... make them part of the bottom buttons. Why not? And just be consistent, I'll put it down here. Just testers add coins. Simple. Testers add coins button. Alright. And then I will do a little shadow for him. So create sprite child snap. Like so. Back there. Make it black. Make it semi-transparent. And it's not far enough back yet. There it goes. Alright. Drop the transparency. Make it kind of match. Yeah. I don't think these guys are locked, are they? They anchored? Oh, they are anchored. Okay, bottom buttons. I'll do the same. On start. There. Good. Alright, let's wire it up. Add some features to it. And that might be all we need, actually. That might be all we need to make the PC version up and running. Okay. So, let's go attach box collider. Attach. Let's say play tween script. And then do scale. Turn them off, which I forget to do sometimes. 8.8, 5. Right. And reset to beginning. Alright, let's add a main menu function so he has something to actually do. Public void tester add coins. Let's see. What do I have? Oh, is that I think I have it on Kombu. Is it just coins? Yeah. I'll do 100. Set int coins. Come back to you in a second. Let's see. Int current coins. Let's see. Well, what I might do actually is just kind of make limited to 500. So current coins, do it this way, is equal to, let me set this to get the value of coins currently. So if current coins is less than 100, then give more coins. And set, and we will say that set the value for Kombu. Coins will be equal to let me throw it in here because we only want that to run when it gets updated. And just in case the value didn't set for whatever reason, we'll do it that way. There. Alright, so tester add coins. I did save that. Yes. So main menu down here. All the way at the bottom. Yeah, there's a lot of functions, I know. Tester add coins. So, oh, I got 2,000, so that's not going to be a good example. If I hit that, it's going to do nothing. So, let me just go in and customize it. Let me just kill my coin values. Let's go log in real quick. Right, let's go to client users. 485. Search for myself. Come over here to the global data, and there's my coins, and I'm going to drop me just like that down to 100. So now if I actually refresh just by starting over somehow like this, and we come back, I'm down to 100. So if I hit this, let's see, it didn't update that because I don't actually have the value updated, but let's see if it gave me the coins. I'm guessing it probably did, so this should read 500 now. Oh, it didn't. Uh-oh. Alright. Not as good as I thought. Hold on. Oh, if it's less than 100, less than or equal to 100 coins. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to make you go under 100. If you're under 100 coins, then I'll throw you more coins. So I was like right at that threshold, wasn't I? Alright, so let me come back to this guy, and I'm going to drop me down to like 50. There. So now the button should work. I'll probably change the text, just say add coins if below 100. There. And then obviously it's still not updating yet, but I'll fix that in a second if this is actually tossing the coins, which it should. Still didn't. What the heck? What did I miss? Tester add coins. Let's see if that code actually executes or not. And oops, let me come out so I can actually see my log here. Tester add coins. And yet it doesn't, does it? Nope, 50 still. Alright, so I broke something. Doesn't want to execute for whatever reason, but I'll check that. Alright, do a quick restroom break. But hang tight, guys. I'll be right back. Alright, back at it. Pardon me while I fill up the drink again. Sorry, probably should have done that while I was in the Be Right Back, but... Okay. So, we gotta figure out... The button is executing the code, but the code is not actually giving coins. So we gotta track that down. So, I mean, that's definitely popping up. So, why? Current coins. So let's find out what the actual value is. Oops. Current coins. Alright. So, what do you think the value is going to be? I mean, I hope it's... Actually, I don't know what it could be that it wouldn't trigger. Current is 50. So if it's less than... Set integer coins... Oh, because I'm not actually... That's it, because I'm not actually updating it, am I? So I'm making a change, but I'm not actually saving it. And the crypto is getting overwritten, I think, after the fact. So, like that, like that, like that. There it is. I think that's going to solve this mystery. bring this up here. Add coins, and then let's see. For coins, what I want is special coins, coin text. Is equal to current coins. Oh no, it's equal to 500. I'll just hard code it. Once again, this is all temporary. There. I think that should knock it out. I think that's it. So now when we hit it, not only should it actually update it to 500 coins, but we should see it update on there, just like that. Perfect. Alright. And to double check that it actually saves it, we'll come back around. Done. Good. Alright. I change this terminology on here. Add coins if less than 100. Right. Where's the size? Do it like that. Yeah, I think that makes sense, doesn't it? I think it's pretty straightforward. I'm going to toss it up here. You know, what's the font size on this guy? 42? He seems pretty big. He's 60, that's why. So 42 coins if less than 100. Less than 100 coins. How about that? Add coins if less than 100 coins. I can shrink this back down. Like that. Shadow. Yeah, I think that's it. Oh, I didn't think the doing a PC version of this thing would be this easy to put together. Gee. And then gems, I'm not going to add any that because you can just earn gems just by playing games, so those you can just flat out earn. So, not going to add a button for the gems. We'll do it for the coins. And I think that's all I need. Can't think of anything else. Whoa. Oh, made a code change, didn't I? Oops. I got the dreaded 999. Alright. Do one more online game just to make sure it's going to behave. One shot, one kill. There we go. That. Like that. Oops. Nice. Oh, no, I thought I overshot that one. Just barely scraped the paint on it, but it counts. Neo Tokyo has arrived. What's up? How's it going, man? So, I don't know if you noticed at the top of the screen there, but as it says, Android Beta is now available. Finally got that out the door. So, I'm in a pretty good mood, because that finally came together. How are things for you, man? How's life on your part of the continent? Doing alright? 26. So let's see. Let me come out of this. Let me go out of maximize file build setting. Do PC build. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'll just do it that way. Oh, no. Actually, what I'll do is make new folder PC. And nuke this stuff. The old version. Say PC Village. Alright. So I guess I'm gonna have to update my website, because I think what I'll do is just have links on there that allow you to get the Android version, and then of course iOS. Yeah, that one I'll have to set up where just like send me an email so I can attach you to the stupid test flight. Thank you, Apple, for making that too convoluted. But then I also have a link for the PC build, which people can try out. Did not honestly think that would take me like an hour and a half to make the PC version. But there we go. Allow. Sweet. 1229. Editor. Oh. Go to my options here. Turn the music off. Turn the sound effects off. Oh, and this is one thing I have to do too. The sound effects. This is kind of funny. Sound effects off turns all the sound effects off, except for the sheep. The sheep still meh. You can still hear them occasionally. So that's a little glitch that I gotta knock out at some point. Kind of low priority. I think anything is kind of funny. You know, you tell the whole island be silent, and the sheep are like, yeah, we're gonna be heard, man. We are sheep, and we will not be silenced. Let's see, 12:45, 12:29. Bum. Look at that. Boom. And it looks pretty solid. Oops. Of course. Can't hit anything, but at least it looks like it's perfectly in sync. Things are okay. I've been playing Red Dead. Literally heard. Yeah. More Red Dead, man. I got so many friends that are posting screen grabs, which apparently it doesn't have a photo mode, or at least it's not easy to use, so they're having to like do some weird trickery to actually get screenshots done. But yeah, I mean it's a couple times. It's funny because he posted a whole series. A friend of mine posted a whole series of Red Dead photos, but then he also, in the middle of it, he posted a shot. He's like on vacation of birds flying overhead. And then it was like somebody posted, it's kind of like, wait, is that from the game or is that real life? He's like, I think he made the comment of going, I thought we reached the singularity there for a second. But yeah, just the Red Dead, man, the graphics are just beautiful in that thing, aren't they? So I'm envious of the time that you're able to devote to that. I look forward to actually jumping back into video games myself. Let's take this. Oh, took too long. Yeah. And then this character, I think I want to rotate. I think I mentioned that before. It's a little too forward, but I mean that's a minor tweak. That's nothing that's that terrible. But that's it, man. So I guess what I should do is actually just package this up and allow people to play a PC version if they want to try that out. All right. If I want to be a stickler, I can center that a little bit better. That's just totally anal, but why not? There we go. Let me build it again. Actually, I should build settings. I'll do the build, and I guess I'll make it toss in a zip file with a little README. It just gives info on it. Now just to let's see. Yeah, silly me. I forgot to capture this beautiful setting I was in. I was sitting at the top of a waterfall, and it was just epic. Yeah, it's. I mean, it is kind of cool, man. It's like sort of like when one of the earlier Fallout games came out, where people were just discovering these little nooks and crannies, and they were just kind of going, "I can't believe how beautiful this is," right? And it became like everyone's got to go to this place and discover this one little thing. But that's so cool. It's on my list, man. It is definitely on my list, but I got so many other games that I kind of like. I mean, I have like Zero Dawn. I have so many fantastic games that are still in shrink wrap that I got to plow through before I actually work my way up to it. So the good news is, by the time I actually get to Red Dead Redemption 2 to play it, it will be selling for $19, and then Red Dead Redemption 12 will probably out by that point. I'm just that far behind. Okay, so if you come back here, actually, did it pop up? Let's see. Yeah, it did. All right. So then I'm going to create a new text document, and we'll say README. All right. And I'll just say something like, "Thanks for trying out Valley Village. Please use the send feedback button to offer reports or general feedback." Build log version, and this is 0.6.0. Let's see. Initial PC test version. I'll tab that out. Yeah, looks clear enough to me. So move this back out of the way. Make this a zip, and we'll call this Valley Village 0_6_0. Just grab these guys, throw it in here. Done. Okay, so I guess I should throw it on the website. Throw FileZilla here. Do a quick connect. And let's see. Put it under, I guess, VV. Build. Do folder. PC version. Alright. PC version. And then grab this zip, throw it underneath here. And that's loading. So we'll test this real quick, make sure the link is valid. And then I'll start advertising the fact that I have a beta version of Valley Village for PC as well. I could do a Mac version too, I guess, if anyone cared. Do you think anyone would care to actually play it on a Mac? Oh, I can't do it on here. I'd have to throw it over to the Mac Mini. Never mind. The amount of time it takes to take this version and actually shift it over to the NAS drive and move it over to the Mac Mini is like an hour and a half. Did you say you had a beta version for desktop already? Yeah, I know. It kind of went a lot faster than I thought it would. This is literally, I mean, all I had to do was like clone the scene, add a button here that said if, remember I was saying I don't know how to deal with, for testing. I was saying that what happens if you run out of coins, but then I realized, what the heck, because on the Android version, there's nothing to stop you. Where's the link? I'm literally uploading it right now. I swear, I'll send you the link as soon as it's done. But, yeah, I just realized I was so bent out of shape going, if you run out of coins on a PC test version, you have to, text me for more coins. But then I went, wait a second. On the Android, there's nothing that stops you from going into the buy coins and clicking, 6,000 coins because it's free, right? In test mode, you don't get charged. So anyone can automatically download 50,000 coins instantly, right? So why not just have a button in test mode that just says, here, if you have less than 100 coins, click here. Now you got 500 coins. So I don't know why I wasn't thinking that one through. But I'm stalling because I'm at 96%. All right? And that should do it. So if I go scary robot /VV /PC version /Bali Village _0_6_0 oops .zip. Oh, I can't type. Let's see if this works. It's downloading. There it is. So I hit cancel because I already have it downloaded. There's your link, man. I'm scratching my head going, oh, I could do a PC quick test version, but I don't know, man. It's going to take a long time to switch it over. No, it was literally less than an hour. I had, just less than an hour ago, it's like, let me see what I can do. And then done. I don't know. I'd have to go look at the video specifically to go back in time and find out exactly how long it took, but it was not long. So there you go, man. If you hit that link right now, you can actually download the PC version. And for those, I'll throw this out here too. So if you, go, where's my, this is the PC test version. And here is the Android beta, which I just uploaded this morning. So there you go, man. Still need to figure out the iOS stuff. That's, as I was referencing before, I gotta pull all the stuff off the Mac Mini. So that's gonna be a slower process. So I won't try and tackle that now. But there you go. That's actually uploaded and ready. So wow. And then all I have to do is come back over here if I hit the, oops, come back here, there. And now I'm back in my original Android /iOS version. So let me go back into my build settings and then toggle this back like that. You know what? Actually, since this was going so well, should I actually try and do a WebGL version too? The only catch is that it will not behave nicely with online multiplayer, but I can at least try and do it. I'm curious, do I have installed? I do. Wait, that link led me to the Android one. No, it's the one above. It's this one. Sorry, I posted both just for show and tell, but here, there's the PC link. Sorry, man, didn't mean to confuse. But I was on a roll there. It's kind of like, hey, here's the PC version, here's the Android version. So, there you go. You want the zip file. Sorry, man. Just too excited. Throwing too much crap out there at the same time. PC version. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Give that a try. And if you load it up, man, we can play a game if you want to try it out. I was thinking about doing like a segment called Beat Your Maker, right? Why not? So, where yours truly just starts playing the game and you guys can like challenge me and destroy me. Let's see. So I did still want to add, let's see, I want to tweak the AI, but I can do that further down. Yeah, I need to add to coins if using a unlocked launcher. That is something I definitely need to fix. That's what I was talking about earlier. If I don't have any comers that want to play an online match, I can delve back into this, which is, this doesn't work right now. Or it's not that it doesn't work, it's just I don't have the code that tells it to look and add bonus coins. So, actually, I guess that's something I should look at too. For I'm going to put that in the menu. Yeah, I think I'll look at that first. Let's come back to 2D. UI root. Like so. Okay. So what I want is to hide main menu, turn on the game play. Get that cranked. And then show game over. Oh, nope. Actually, I have that separated, don't I? My mistake. Game over menu. Wrong thing. Online game over menu. So winning menu. So this would only happen on a winning menu. Total coins. Alright, so I need to turn these guys back off. I'm going to make a note of that so I don't forget. Let's see. Destruction bonus, and then should I hike it up maybe? Yeah, why didn't you want to select, you jerk? Alright. And we'll do a launcher coins text. Bring it down here. Oh, that's not going to fit, is it? Let me undo this. It's all the same, so I can do destruction and launcher bonus. Increase. Oh, I got it fixed. Hold on. Destruction and launcher bonus. And just kind of roll it in the same one. How about that? And then if there's none, then I just make it like that. Destruction bonus. And then let me center it. Perfect. That'll work. Destruction and launcher bonus. Ah, that is a simple, elegant solution. I like that. So Neo Tokyo, you went silent. You went radio silent. So does that mean you had trouble downloading it, or you're just playing the crud out of it right now? Not sure if you had success or failed miserably. You're the first person to try out the PC version beside myself. That would suck if you're the first person to try it out and it just blew up. Or just like totally wreck your PC. God, I hope not. Your computer screen is all blue? That's different. Okay. Okay. What settings did you use when you ran it? So you have all these options. First thing to try is try running it windowed and just do it in a small resolution just to put a toe in the water. Oh, you jerk. Dude, I was on that one, hook, line, and sinker. Although I was thinking through, it's like, wait, if he has a blue screen, how's he texting me, right? It's a success. Okay. Well played, man. Well played. Revenge is a dish best served cold, and it's very cold in space. Alright. Funny man. Sweet. So I can just roll that right in. That's cool. Main menu, and then I'm going to turn that off because I don't need that. Turn on the main menu. Good to go. So how do I find the launcher now? That's the next question. Don't need you anymore. Don't need you anymore. Yeah. Let's see. Gun tower. Maybe I could just get the name of it. Rebuilding group. And then if it's... Yeah. That's kind of sneaky. And it only happens on random match. Right, and this is if we won, yes? Oh, no, no, no. Alright. So if we're in a random match... Alright, so that's gotta come later, so... I'll do this up here. Yeah, gotta do it right here because I got this wait for 3.5 seconds, so I gotta bake this into this point. So no, I want to do it this way. Destruction bonus. Red coins, blue coins. All right. Red coins 1. Alright, so then I gotta check this here. So if on a, stupid typos. Wow. So if we're playing a random match. Alright. If we're in a match. And I'll say so this is automatically online match, yes? Show winner menu. Yes. Okay, and we won. So if I ran a match, let's see. And this is red. Yes. Oh. Game object. Name. Or do I even need the game object? Because that actually is the game object. So that's redundant. And it's not equal to let's see, what do I say that is? Gun tower Is that 0 or do I start with 1? Check my prefabs. Gun tower 1. It's not equal. Aim is equal to right. Gun tower 1. Then we get a bonus. Oops, sorry. Otherwise, just do the standard. So I think that's actually correct. So if we're saying we have anything, if it's not Gun Tower 1, then we obviously have either 2, 3, or 4, and those would reward with a bonus. So we just have to figure out what the bonus, how much the bonus is. So if it's equal to 4, then it's going to be 30%. Otherwise, it's 20%. Is equal to, so it's, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. If it's equal to 4, oops. We want to say, if he is equal to that, then int new coin, or could I just, yeah, I'm gonna play it safe and say throw it in a variable and then add it, new coin total, rather than just taking the crypto player path and try and add it to itself. That smells like a nightmare waiting to happen. So alright. Oh, so we'll do this. We'll say throw it up here. So he's definitely going to transfer, whichever one it is, it's going to transfer. So say if he's the Gun Tower 4, then we say new coin total is equal to 1.3. Get 30% coin bonus. Oh, you know what? I'm going to make sure it's an int, so I'm not going to do it that way. I'm going to say new coin total times 1.3, and we will round that to the nearest int. Round to int. There. So if it's not Tower 4, then that means we get a 20% boost. So I'll say else, then new coin total is equal to 1.2. So you get 20% more coins. And then we got to transfer that value back into it. So say it that way. Your coins is now equal to the new coin total. Yep. Oh. Did that totally wrong. Hold on. That's wrong on like 4 different levels. Comma. Like that. And we're good. Sweet. It's growing on me. I think playing it on my laptop, I easily pictured a Switch version. Man, from your mouth to Nintendo's ears. You know, why Nintendo decided to pass on it? Dude, I wish I knew, man. A buddy of mine that's actually worked with them before, his argument was just resubmit it, man. Just submit it again. He was saying that, and that's an interesting argument. I guess once I finish getting these beta versions out, I guess I could try again. But he was saying that they had that before, where they didn't get feedback, but they just resubmitted it, and they got through on a second try. So it may be a situation when they have an entire room full of people that try out Switch submissions, and they just, like, one person kind of goes, oh, this is crap, you know, and then you resubmit it, and the person next to them gets it the next go around, and they go, oh, this is the greatest thing ever. Yeah, boom, approved. So I think I'll actually take another stab at it. Dragon Dust is back. Hey, how's it going, man? Welcome back. How's it going? So, refresh my memory. Dragon Dust, I don't remember if you're an Android user or not, but check it out. I got the notice right up there at the top. Android beta is now available. And then let me do this for those that are just cruising in for the moment here that hadn't seen this. For those that are Android users, there you go. There is the link. I'm going to keep posting that like crazy now that I have the updated beta there. But check this out. So I was just working away and... oh, crap. I lost the link, didn't I? Hold on. See if I still have it up here. Scary Robot. BV. Hey, I got to like paste this in my link now, don't I? Let's see. PC version. iOS, unfortunately. Okay, are you using a PC or a Mac right now? Are you on? If you're on Mac, then I don't have, unfortunately, much for you yet. But I will soon. PC version. Oh crap! I gotta look at this now. I'm gonna screw this up. I'm definitely copying and pasting this time. Folly Village 060.zip. Yep, that is correct. So cancel that and post that down here. My links. Test PC version. You're on a Mac. Okay. So I'm unfortunately I don't have anything for you today. But so I was tinkering, and like in the matter of an hour I was able to actually get the PC version put together. So I do have a PC build which Neo Tokyo has gone like completely radio silent because he's too busy playing at the moment on his laptop. But yeah, so I would do an iOS version, unfortunately, because I'm on my PC. If I go to build settings and if I go to iOS, oh excuse me, if I go to Mac, yeah, target platform, Windows, it won't actually let me do the Mac build. So I'm gonna have to switch that over to my Mac Mini, and it's gonna choke it to death. But excuse me, hopefully we'll do a Mac build as well. But I am gonna do the iOS version. That one I'm definitely gonna do. I'm not doing it during my stream just because, you know, it's a combination of I'm gonna be pulling hair out just because I have to deal with my Mac Mini, which is incredibly old and dated. Combined with I'm gonna have to deal with all the certificates and the provisional files and all the password crap. So, you know, I don't need to be throwing that out in the public eye, and it's just gonna take forever. But I am, now that I got the Android version up and out the door, I'm looking forward to actually getting the iOS version for you guys to test out as well. Maybe even do I was talking about that a second ago. I was toying with the idea of maybe switching over and see if I can get the WebGL version, so I can at least update the web browser, because the web browser is just god-awful old. So tell you what I'm going to do. Actually, it's going to take a second for it to switch modes, so what I might do is start sending it into the WebGL setting, and it's going to chew for a minute, and I'll use that as an excuse to take another restroom break. But so I'm going to hit the WebGL, and it's going to switch platforms, and then it's going to start, yeah, it's going to chew for a little while. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dash off for a second, just do a quick restroom break, and come right back. But yeah, hang tight, and hopefully when I come back, that'll be close to being switched over. So, alright man, just hang in there, and I'll be right back. Alright, and we're back. So, now... Yeah, this switch over fast. That's good. Okay. Canadian Sean, hey. Welcome back to you as well, man. Thanks for coming out and hanging out again. So, as I was just telling everyone else that just dropped in, you see that the Android version is now updated. You can refresh. I don't know. Everyone is iOS today, so I don't know if you're iOS or Android. But if you are Android, there is the updated version. Just threw that up there this morning, and decided to take a stab. iOS. Yep. Are you on a Mac or a PC? Am I 0 for 2? Guess what? What? Fill me in. What's up? Got a call today that I got the job. Congratulations, man. That's awesome. Fantastic. Very cool, man. That's so awesome. Congrats. Nice. You gonna go out and celebrate? Woohoo! I'm employed. Time to celebrate. Big party. Bust out the champagne. That's awesome, man. Yeah, I'm no longer a bum. Yeah, I guess I classify myself as periodic bum, since I pretty much work all these little freelance jobs for the last, 18 plus years. So I'm either gainfully employed or back to bumland, on and off, very frequently. But yeah, that's awesome, man. Congrats on that for sure. That's awesome. Very cool. Let's see. So, I don't know. Let's see if I just fire this up. What happens? This is WebGL. At least your products made money. I consider that employed. Well, yeah, some more than others. Oh, dude, this is actually great. I forgot. I had this old WebGL code in here that knocks out the online play. So... Now, the only problem is that you'll never get access to this stuff because you'll never earn coins. So, that kind of sucks. Oh, wow, that's broken. Oh, I might have to do this. Alright. So, I guess what I gotta do, if WebGL version don't give access to... the villagers and all the icon stuff. Not earning coins. Slight problem. Uh-oh. Wait, who's not earning... oh, wait, you mean what I have up here? Is that what you're talking about? Well, no, yeah, okay. I meant for you. Well, no, but this is... So, here's the explanation. This is the WebGL version, right? And... as I mentioned before, the WebGL, I have no way of doing multiplayer. Just because the plugin I use for the multiplayer networking doesn't have WebGL support, which means that I had to nuke that, right? So as a result, the WebGL version is limited exclusively to 1-player, 2-player, and the editor, right? So what I need to do is just have this, if you click on any one of these buttons, and then it'll do a check and it'll say if we're in WebGL mode, then don't bother. It'll just come up with a message saying, sorry, you're in WebGL, you don't get this. Which, it sucks, but I have no other choice. So toggle select. Yep. So let's come back to main menu. But yeah, it works on all the other ones, man. The PC, oh, that was the other thing I was going to mention too. I don't know if you are an iOS user, you said, but if you're using a PC, which if you're an iOS user, you're probably a Mac user, but if you are on a PC, I just uploaded a PC version that you can test out. And the PC version, like the Android version and the iOS version that is coming, actually does have online multiplayer play and all the coin stuff work. So yeah, it's funny because I was talking about that the other day. I was kind of going, I guess maybe I should take the time to do like a PC version, and then I just decided, you know, my to-do list was empty, so I was like, okay, let me take a stab at it, and it was like, what, an hour later, I had it up and running. Did not think it was going to come together that fast. Okay, so, let's see. All right, we got to start right here. Nip it in the bud. So, we go, if we are Unity, is it WebGL? Is that the correct terminology? No, it's not. All right, let's see if I still got that one up. Yes. Where's my WebGL? Standalone, Android, WebGL. What did I do wrong? That looks right. Yeah, okay. Let's say end if. Alright. Now do I have... Oh, I do have main menu script access. Good, perfect. Very quick, wow. Can even select which monitor. Fancy. Yeah, that's just the default Unity kind of setting, for sure. But, yeah, it's... That's, once again, one of the perks of Unity is that, I mean, it is literally a drop-down menu, right? It's like, here you go here, and you go build settings, and here's all your different platforms just available. You know, I mean, not quite as simple as just switching. Obviously, you have to make sure that the code behaves on all platforms, but it does make it accessible. If I have to leave, I'll post the feedback in Discord. Awesome, man. Thank you. Thank you so much for doing that. Yeah. But, yeah, congrats again on the job, buddy. Yeah, I know that's like a big sigh of relief for you, right? I know how it is, like, you know, it's like, you know, especially if it's one that you, like, really want, you know, when it comes through. That's awesome, man. Alright, oop. Gonna empty my first bottle here. Alright, so this is... I'm actually going to have some good success here. I think I'm going to also get the WebGL version updated here pretty quickly as well. Just don't forget to buy me a subscription to Scary Robot when you get paid. Oh, that's funny. Alright. Show generic message. Sorry, not available on excuse me, WebGL version. And then we say return. Bail on that. The specifics are junior programmer analyst. So let's see, 25 CAD, so 10 USA. 1 year government job contract. Well, that's cool, man. I mean, especially if it's, you know, I like I was talking about before. You know, it's, you know, when I 25 Canadian an hour, and that's awesome. I mean, if that's your foot in the door, right? And then if you can just bang through it, and you know, it goes well, then at that point you've established yourself, and then you can kind of go, you know, great guys, you know, you love me, I'm doing great work, you know. Here's what it costs to keep me around, you know, and then you could just ratchet up as you go along. To me, that is the perfect system. But that's fantastic, man. Feels good. Yeah, very cool. That's awesome. And more power to you, man. I would never pursue a programming job just because my code is completely undisciplined and untaught, you know, and just total hack job. But, you know, so I total admiration for you guys that can get proper programming jobs. I'll just stick with my mostly art and little programming point of view. Let's see. 24. Another one job for oh wow, 5-month contract. That's awesome, man. Isn't that the way it works? That is so true. I know for me personally, it's when it rains, it pours kind of concept. You know, I'll get one job offer, and the next thing you know, I have like 2 or 3 coming in. And if I'm greedy, I'll try and do some of them at the same time. While just like, you know, can I work off hours? But, you know, that's awesome, man. Congrats. Right. Actually, that's not correct, is it? No, it's toggle select icon menu. I'm in the totally wrong spot here. Yep. There you go, man. Here's your 2019. 24. Yeah, man, and yeah, you're starting at the perfect age, too. I mean, as I mentioned before, for me, it was a situation that I wanted to do animation, and the tools just didn't exist. Frankly, when I was 24, there was no animation 3D tools, you know. So, I mean, I was 30 before I actually made the jump out to California and pursued the animation dream. But, so yeah, I'm totally envious. Back to finding bugs. So that's awesome, man. 24, got the first job on that one. That's awesome, man. I'm sure it'll lead to great things for you. Very cool. Toggle selection. Okay, so there's toggle select, icon menu, and let's find the other ones. Oops, it's not gonna go. Okay. Toggle select villagers menu, and that should be all in the same place, right? Main menu. Oh, you're gonna be a jerk. Select villagers. Oh, I'm in the wrong spot here. Okay. Not only am I wrong function, I'm actually in the wrong script. Gonna be main menu. Toggle select icon menu. Oh, I don't need that, do I? Alright, now I'm finally where I should be. So toggle select icons, villagers. Excuse me. And launchers. Done. I think this is all I need to make the WebGL version work as well. Jeez, I never thought this stuff was going to click like this. I'm dragging my feet on these guys, and here they just kind of like snap right together. Alright, so I actually, for the WebGL version, I might turn off the send feedback button, since that's really not a proper representation of the game. Because if I leave this in the WebGL version, they'll probably say, oh, why don't you like have like multiplayer? I like the controls on mouse and keyboard. It wouldn't be half bad if you can find a platform to sell it on PC. Yeah, and then, but this is what I was discussing before. I don't know how to monetize, and that's the scary thing about it. You know, I can do the one price up front, where you just buy the game and you have access, you know, from that point on. But then it's like, how do I divvy out all of the content, since coins become meaningless if you purchase the game? Or if I do it free to play, then how do I sort of like monetize, since I can't use ads, and in-app purchase gets a lot more complicated on the PC side. But you know, so I'm still trying to roll around in my head the best approach to try and do a financially viable version of the desktop version of this game. But in the meantime, you guys can play the beta for sure. But yeah, so right now it literally is a, you know, if you got less than 100 coins, hit the button. Now you got 500 coins. Which, you know, that doesn't work in the real world, but it does for testing. Alright, so if I hit here, it should come up as a, sorry, not available in the WebGL version. It's not totally pretty, the formatting, but not available on... Okay, I'm going to be just a total stickler on this. And do a line break on here. I know that's just kind of overkill, but that's me. A flat fee would be simplest, but I feel you would have most success with a free game and paid coins. Yeah. And then, I mean, some other people are talking about that. Whereas on mobile, nobody, well, not nobody, most people don't want to buy coins. They want to watch videos and get free coins. Whereas on desktop, people are much more willing to purchase coins, you know, as they go along. So, I mean, maybe it is a viable option. You know, maybe that is a viable choice. So, I don't know. I'll have to look at it. But I mean, I think the PC version plays well. And my other concern, too, with the PC version is that the data is much more accessible, which means it's much more hackable. And that's the one thing I'm terrified of, is less about people stealing coins. That's fine. If they're going to steal coins, they're going to steal coins. I'm more concerned about people cheating the code and making it that they can just wipe anyone, with like a one button, and they automatically win the game. Those are the kind of things that I'm scared of. A lot of my stuff is stored in like player preferences, but encrypted player preferences. So it'll make it harder for people to muck with the data, but not impossible. So that's my only other caveat to the desktop thing, but still conceivable. And I still got to address the thing I was talking about when I first started streaming today, is that I still have that issue with Amazon, AWS, and on the rare occasion, the server timestamp differs by as much as a second with the two different devices. And once the timestamp is different, my game is completely broken, because I rely 100% on that timestamp being like frame accurate. So I still gotta like bang my head and try and figure out what the best workaround for that is. I mean, I'm toying the idea of just running a server on my own machine. There's pros and cons to that. I have the machine always running, and I have to worry about what happens if my machine goes down or my internet goes down. But at the same time, that means I'm not paying any monthly fees. But then if the game blows up, then my PC is going to commit suicide. But I guess if that happens, then because I could repoint the IP and maybe switch over into a proper server. So, you know what? I'm talking this out loud, but the more I'm talking about it, the more it sounds like running a server locally, at least initially, and then just when the game boots up, it'll go to my webpage and look for an updated IP. And if it's still the same, then it just goes on. So that way, if I ever need to bow out and pull it off of my own machine, I could just repoint it. Self-hosting isn't a bad idea. Yeah, the more I talk about it, the more I'm talking myself into that idea. Because what I'm doing right now is with the AWS, it literally is just a PC, right? It's the same thing. So the only thing I would have to work out is opening a port through my firewall, my hardware firewall, and just make it accessible. And once that's done, which, I mean, I say that like that's no big deal, but that's not stuff I do. So that could be a nightmare for me, trying to get that properly set up. But I could test that on my own. And if that's a viable option, then, man, that might be the choice. Because at least that way, easy port forward. Okay, good. I like that. That's encouraging. Well, yeah, from the guy that's gainfully employed as a programmer, you're saying that to the art guy. So, let's go easy on that word easy. Just need to look up your router online, different each router brand. Yeah. Well, that's encouraging. Okay, that's good news. Yeah, once I get the iOS build up and out the door, I'll look into that. And but yeah, if that removes that headache, then that brings me that much closer to like putting it out publicly, And that also makes me more cavalier about releasing it on desktop, because one of my concerns about desktop is if it gets pirated and cranked out and 1 million people are playing it and I have like a massive Amazon server bill, but I'm getting no revenue, then I'm screwed. But if it's on my own machine, then it's less of a thing. Self-hosting my website at the moment. Oh, that's cool. That's totally cool. Okay. Yeah. So, and then the guy that makes the plugin that I'm using, which here you go. I've done this a million times, I know, but I'll show this again. That's one of the things that the guy advertises. So if we come over here, we go TNet for TShareNet. This guy. Excuse me. So he has this game that he made called Windward that's on Steam, and he runs this, and he has a DSL connection. I mean, seriously, dude, he's running his internet on a DSL connection, and he's running a server on here. Look at this. Oh, here it is. Look. So he has 323 concurrent players with Windward hosted on a regular broadband household connection. So, yeah. So, you know what? Actually, maybe that's my own foggy memory. Maybe I thought he did say DSL at one point, but maybe I thought it was in a video that he says that maybe. But still, so if he's able to handle 323 players, and then his game you know, I mean, he's got like all these ships and stuff doing all this constant data, you know, all this stuff back and forth. Whereas mine, I'm just sending like infinitesimal amounts of data, right? So, and then he's doing that on his own machine. So once again, dude, the more I talk about it, the more I go, you know what, this might be the best option. So yeah, okay. I think that's might be what'll happen, is at least initially, right, when the game is just starting to roll out, when there's only a handful of players, there's no reason not to host it locally, I believe. And then if the game does blow up, when the game blows up, then I can worry about repointing the IP address to some other location. And that's a headache I can worry about later on. So I like that. You know, I'll have to update the versions with all that, but yeah, I think that's going to be the best route. So, alright. Oh, I was going to fix that WebGL. I was going to get all anal retentive about this, but yeah. So, like that. Just change that so I have the line break there. Total nitpick kind of thing, but I prefer it that way. So now, if we do this, does iOS and Android handle the mobile hosting, or do those connections also get routed to your self-hosted PC? The latter. Everything will go to the same thing. So the beauty of that is that I'm not using... The only thing I use Google Play for is to register your account. So that way it can transfer between Android devices. Same for Game Center. I'll only use Game Center to validate your account, so that way you can ping pong between iOS devices and your account will follow you from device to device, as long as you're logged in on the same account name. But aside from that, everything else is handled by my server. All the player data that you have resides on my server, along with the multiplayer stuff, which is designed to be truly cross-platform, except for WebGL. But yeah, all that will be working nicely. So, let's see. So this comes up. It goes, yeah, sorry, not available on WebGL version. Sorry, not available. And sorry, not available. That's it. That's all I need for the WebGL version. So, let me just try my luck here. Let's go File, Build Settings. This guy, WebGL. We'll try it. I'm coming to my builds. Now, if memory serves, when I do a WebGL build, it is a slow process. But that was on my older machine, and now that I'm in the wonderful land of solid state drives, this might not be as long as it used to be. So we'll see. But so this is exciting. So when I began the day, I had no updated versions, but as I reach the end of my day here, I might actually have Android, PC, and WebGL, and then I just need to work on getting iOS, and then you guys can just play the crud out of it and tell me what works, what doesn't, and then I'll get the finished version up and out the door. Exciting, man. I don't know, this is kind of getting a lot of progress today. Yeah, unexpectedly. But I'm starting hitting that threshold where it's, you know, like when you finally cross that finish line and you're kind of like, you know, that brief moment, you're just like, you know, completely amped that you did it, and then you kind of look around and kind of go, yeah. Okay, now what? I know that just means that I'm not paying attention to all the last minute things I have to address, but, you know, it is sort of a weird thing. It's that postpartum syndrome kind of thing. It's like, you know, you try so hard to push and get out the door. But, yeah, and then I guess, actually once I do that, I'm going to move on to the gameplay trailer. I definitely need to do that. Before I do the public release, I have to get a gameplay trailer polished and out the door so it can properly sell the game. But then I'll hopefully move on. One of the things I need to do also is consider, and I hate this idea, is going back and revisiting some of my older games. Apparently, one of my Save the Titanic game crashes. It's been there for years, and it's worked fine for years. And I guess something changed on the latest Android OS version, because now the game on certain devices will just crash at start. Excuse me. That's annoying, man. To have a game that ran fine for years, and then suddenly you haven't touched it for years, and now people are like emailing me going, yeah, your game sucks, man, it won't run. It's like, newer devices maybe. No, actually, even one of my devices that I've had for a long time, because at first I was asking the guy what version of device he was running it on, and then he came back, instead of telling me his device, he just said, it crashes, man. It's like, okay, that's not helpful. So then it's like, okay, I'll test it on my device. Downloaded the latest version. Well, excuse me, I downloaded the version off of the store, fired it up, and it just popped up and it said, yeah, not running. It's like, oh, crap. So, and then, but my hesitance, as I talked about before, is the fact that, I guess for Titanic, if it's Android, I can actually go back and download, it's literally Unity version 4, and then, I mean, I'm using version 5, and even 5 is years dated now, right? They've already moved on to 2017, 2018, so you can imagine Unity 4 is 18, 1, 2, 3, cycles back, right? But if I try and upload, I did, let's see, do I still have it active? Yeah. Oh no, this is my animation project. That's not what I was looking for. But when I tried to load the Save the Titanic in the Unity 5.6, it just threw up like 90 errors, and it just went, yeah, I'm out, So I would have to like rewrite, and it was all written in Unity script, which Unity is abandoned, which means that I have to rewrite all my scripts. The Touch plugin is using a plugin that's been abandoned, which means that I have to redo all the buttons and all the code for the buttons. Debug information and device info, I don't know. It just doesn't work, man. Yeah. What part of broke do you need to be like clarified on, man? But in reality, though, I foolishly thought it was just one errant device. In reality, it's apparently multiple devices. Although I have not gone to the effort of tried it on some of my other Android devices, so maybe it's still behaving on some of the other ones. While I'm waiting, I guess I can try that. Let me bust out my trusty years-old Lenovo. Let's see. Or did it? Maybe it was on this one that I actually tried it. Hold on. Let me go to the Play Store. And let's see. Sounds like a large undertaking to rework. And that's true. And it's like, your choices, and you're doing it for such diminishing returns. Because at this point, the game, as old as it is, realistically, I would probably just remove the ads, right? Because it's never going to have a big following again. And the amount of revenue it makes versus the amount of heartache that people will trash you for, for having ads. And my thought is that at a certain point, a game that was exclusively done with just ads that are, forced on you, I think after like so many years, I have no qualms with just yanking the ads and just making the entire thing free. It doesn't generate revenue, but I could use it as an advertisement for my other games, But, yeah, it's just, like you said, the amount of time it'll take me to go back and read, and that's true of at least 3 of my older games. Excuse me. I mean, it would be literally a complete rewrite, because my older games were written in Unity script, so I'd have to redo everything. And then the plugins, right? All the broken ones, I'd have to like address that. So hey, it finally did. Look at that. That's how long it took just to do a WebGL build. That's a nightmare. So let me see if I go install. All right. So I'm gonna try installing Save the Titanic on my Lenovo tablet and see if it crashes on that one too. So it did on my phone, and my phone's a Nexus 6. It's not that new, so. All right. So if I do this, can I actually run this locally? I'm gonna try this. Nope. Okay. So then what I'll do is just do a quick test here. So bear with me, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and excuse me. It's not here. Let me go to oh, where is it? All right, I haven't messed with this in so long. I gotta actually remember where I did it. Play the see, online game now. So yeah, that is VV. Okay, good. So let me go VV test build. Let me try it. I'm gonna just try it this way. Test as that. So if I go build, I'm gonna delete that, and then take this build and throw it onto my website under my test folder. Alright. Okay, so I'm multitasking here. I'm going to fire up Save the Titanic, and it is loading, and it loads. Okay, so there you go. So I guess it is not a global Android failure. You see, there he goes. So it is on some devices and some no. So I guess I can take the cavalier attitude and just say, if it doesn't run on your device, I'm sorry. But that is a good sign that it will run on some Android devices still. I'm not sure. I'd have to go back and look at what the OS is on these different devices and see if that might be a culprit. Let's see. So my tablet is about tablet. He is running version 6, and my phone I think is 7. Oh, that would suck if it was actually just OS 7 that broke it, and then beyond. So I'd have to find one of my other devices that I have like OS 7 on there. Alright, so that finished uploading. So, is it on iOS? Trying to find it in the store. They may... It should be, but they may have pulled it down. If you're talking about Titanic, let's see. Apple has been very unkind to me lately. They've been saying that, your game has not been messed with lately. So unless you update it, like a new version, don't even change anything. Just upload a new version. We're going to pull it off the store in 30 days until you do a new version. So let's see if we come here to... Yeah. There you go. Apple regulation feels bad, man. I mean, part of me understands it, because they want to make sure that they have, like, stuff that's not just abandonware. And it's not that I've abandoned necessarily. It's just, it's just the fact that there's really nothing for me to update, So, yeah, that's crazy. So I guess that's something I can, like, look at another time. But now let's test this. So I just uploaded a test version of the Volley Village. So let's go Scary Robot VV test. Error occurred. Well, that's not good. I went to your developer profile and found it in the store. Okay, so they don't make it easy to find it. Which is funny because even when it actually hit #1, Apple at no point decided they wanted to feature it anywhere. It was Apple kind of like definitely looked the other way. They're kind of like, that's in bad taste. No, we're not even going to acknowledge that one. So it never got much love from Apple, and that's fine. I mean, it's at this point it's 5 years old now, I think 4 or 5 years old. But it had a good run. It still gets tons of downloads on Android. Well, at least for those that can actually run it. But for the Apple side, Apple's pretty much... maybe because they've hidden it, no one downloads it as much. But, okay. So, let me try this way. Let me go... Let's go back here. Builds, WebGL. Check Discord. I will... Oh, is this something I need to check out right now? Or is this... Let's see. Would you post some bugs or something? What am I hunting for here? Is that in general? Oh. Cannot buy app. This app will not work on your device. Oh, that's right. That's right. That's why my downloads went to nothing. I forgot about that. It's the 3264-bit issue. I forgot. That's right. Yeah, exactly. That's it. And it's funny because it's the proverbial squeaky wheel, because nobody's complained when it came to Titanic. But my older game, Poke with Bob, I got like half a dozen emails right when the new OS came out, and these people were just going, I need my Bob, man. Where's my Bob? I paid 99 cents for Poke with Bob, and it doesn't work. Fix it now. So I actually did spend, and that was one of those things where I had to like redo the entire game from the ground up, and I spent, I don't know, I can't remember exactly. It's at least half a week updating it. And so Bob is now legal. So Poke with Bob runs. He is 32 and 64-bit compliant. But the older games, which I've neglected, I forgot about that. But similar situation. They're going to be complete redos at this point. You know, frustrating, but it's just, unless you constantly update your apps, right, and keep them up to date, you're going to be facing some nightmares later on. Where's my Bob? I need my Bob, man. I need my Bob. But no, it was cool. I mean, they were passionate, but no one was a jerk about it. You know, no one was going, I paid 99 cents 5 years ago for Bob, and it doesn't work now. I want a refund. No one was doing that. They were just kind of going, no, seriously, man, I need Bob. Please update the stupid thing. So yeah, I guess that's more fuel in the fire. That I need to go back to my older titles and update pretty much all of them. At least Tic-Tac-Toe, Save the Titanic, and Stop the Bots all need to be updated. But you know, my thought is if I go back and do that, I'll want to go George Lucas on them. So I'll want to start tweaking stuff and things that bugged me the first time, and just start going down the rabbit hole of like not just updating it but revising it. You know, which is just, for legacy titles that are just so old, that's not the thing to do. But I will get back to those when I have some time. I don't think anyone's really clamoring for them, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. So let me try this again. Let me throw this index into test and see if that... Oh, wait. Let me do it this way. Go index. 1 second. Working over the side of the screen here. Alright, so I'm going to throw this guy into that folder. And I'm going to take another stab at this. So let's try this again. Scary Robot VV test. And it's still unhappy. C browser. I think what is it? 12? Oops, not 11. 12? Yeah. So let's see if we can get some code here. Bump. Well, it's working this time now. What the heck? I don't see the error message. Maybe? Yeah. Okay, so maybe it was just a situation where it's holding on to the old data. Let's see. It's thinking about it. I got no load menu, no nothing. Oh, there it goes. It died. Never mind. And it's showing me like no info. Oh, here's my errors. Whoa. Uncaught range. Maximum call stack size exceeded. I have no idea what that even means. Okay, so I have no idea. That maybe I threw too much data at it. It was too large. There was too much graphics. I don't know what I broke there, but okay. So the WebGL version, infinite loop. Yeah, that's kind of looks like that, doesn't it? Look at that. So so yeah, I guess my enthusiasm just got like smacked right in the face. The WebGL version ain't gonna happen, at least not quickly. So I guess I have to leave that. Yeah, I could tinker, but I don't think it's really worth the effort. But I have the PC version. That's great. So if people want to play the PC version and Android, and I'll just focus big time on getting that set up getting the iOS version up and running. So I still consider that a win. But you know what? I'm gonna, since WebGL is such a it's such a fragile kind of thing, man. I'm sure at some point HTML5 will become much more stable and easier to produce for, but right now it's not pretty. So I think I'll just switch back to PC desktop, because that's just, this one actually switched back very quickly. Alright, so I closed down my FileZilla since that was a bit of a crash and burn. Oh yeah, I was going to test if I actually get the coins awarded. That's what I was working on. So game controller, game over. Let me finish this up. Let's see. Yeah, kind of got distracted there, didn't I? Okay. So destruction. And oh, what are you doing? Yeah, it's building the scripts. They're fine. Trust. Oh no, I'm switching modes, aren't I? Destruction. And I'll throw a break in here. Launcher bonus. And that gets you that. Otherwise, you just get destruction bonus. So if we grab this code, throw those down here, go like this. There. All right. So then we got to change all these R's to blue. So let's go find. Jeez. So yeah, I use red and blue for the player separation. Let's see, so red coins 1. This is all gonna go to blue. Blue coins 1. I gotta make sure I do this right. No red. If I miss one of these, it's gonna be ugly. No wager. Okay, that's correct. So if I go red, that's, so switch that to blue, and that should be everyone. Nice. Okay, so destruction and launcher bonus, and there's the blue coins, and there's the addition. Right. Got that. That's good. Set. That's good. Set. Good. Okay. So let me unlock one of these guys for myself. I'll do the classic cheat mode, which is to go into my server and change the values. This is for player 1245 still. 1245. Alright. Come over here. And I'm going to unlock one of these launchers for myself. Excuse me. Launcher status. I'll just get myself the first one. Actually, what I'll do is I'll unlock all of them so I can test all 3. Save. And let me do a quick refresh. Come around and come back to the main menu. Hello. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm still in PC mode. Okay, I did turn that off, didn't I? Let me switch back to Android. Or, you know what? I guess I can leave it in PC mode. Just so I don't change anything in the actual project. Okay, so now we check customize, launchers, all three are unlocked. So now we can just go through and choose whichever one we want. Oh, crud. That flips them, doesn't it? That's not good. That was funny. Alright, let me come back here. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, you know what? Since I'm doing that... Yeah, let me actually switch so I know which one I'm actually in. Scenes. Otherwise, I'm going to screw something up. PC build. There. I'm both sad that I couldn't find any bugs and happy for you. Thank you very little. No, that's great, man. Sorry your bug hunt was a failure, but, you know, hooray, your bug hunt was a failure. That just means you haven't tried hard enough. There's plenty out there, I'm sure. But, you know, in fairness, though, I have been hammering away at this stupid thing for years now. So, you know, I'm not totally surprised it's not easy to find anything on the surface, but I'm sure there's still plenty lurking out there. You know, my hope is that, I mean, I don't mind quirks like what I was showing right here. This is a quirk, right? If I select this launcher, because if you look, their scale is, well, actually it's 1. Hold on. So if it's the launcher group, nope. So if it's this guy, then why did it flip? Or maybe it didn't. It did flip. Why did it flip? Oh, it's down here. Okay. Yeah, so I mean, it's like flipping those. Those are quirks, right? And those I can live with. You know, it's when there's like a full-on bug. You know, when if it's game breaking, then I'm really upset. But if it's like little quirks like that, it's annoying, but it doesn't stop you from playing the game. So let's go. Oops, that's not it. Launcher selection. That's what I wanted. Drop this down here into proper place. Turn off the stupid main menu so I can see. Alright. So yeah, this is scale 1, and I was doing this little hack because I flipped the texture around, but I flipped it back, so that's good. Oops. Come back to him. He's 1. He's good. Excuse me. And then he's 1. And then, oh yeah, this one's wrong too. There. So come back into the apply the prefab. He's good. Turn the main menu back on. Boom. Customize. Select launcher. Now we should be able to go through here and they all perform correctly. Alright, so we'll start with the launcher. Alright. Say done. Now we're going to play online game. And I get a random match here. Play against a computer. Alright, I'll try and destroy him as quickly as possible. Whoa, that's wrong. It actually brought up... Oh, crap. Okay, that's already wrong. It brought up the dragon, but that's not who I selected. So that's totally incorrect. I have to figure out what's going on there. Oh, he's trying to knock my guys out. That's alright, I got him. Oh, I missed. Crap. And he got it. Jerk. So now I'm stuck. Just waiting. Look at that. And you can see my reload meter. I was like almost done. I was going to get one shot off at least. But nope. Now I'm waiting. 3 seconds more. And he's just destroying me. Alright. Now I do actually have to win this for me to show the numbers are working correctly. Oh crap. What language did I program in? C#. I used to use Unity script, which I was much more comfortable in, but Unity, it went old yeller on Unity script a couple of years ago. They announced it, and and force me into C# land. So I'm using C#. And I know just enough to be dangerous. There, I still beat him. And there's the dragon. I'll say disrespectful because I can. Alright, so now hopefully it says, there it is, destruction and launcher bonus. Although that text looks really squunched, doesn't it? Oh, let's turn this free. There it goes. Alright, so I need to change that to 100. But, yeah, it did it correctly. So it showed the wrong villager, the launcher. So in online game, selected launcher 1, but oops, launcher 2, Cyclops, but showed dragon. Okay. TypeScript. I only do web dev at the moment. Oh, you know what, Neo-Toku, I'm sorry. I completely missed the part where you're actually talking to Canadian Sean. So, interesting side note. Yeah, there's a raging debate with Unity. So they're trying to make a new thing called Tiny Builds, which allows you to do HTML5 versions that will actually run on a phone, right? And remember how the WebGL took like an hour and a half to build? The Tiny Builds are going to be like super small. And then initially it's going to be based off of TypeScript. But they're threatening to actually switch it back to C#. And a bunch of the people that are using it are kind of going, no, do both. Offer TypeScript and C#. But yeah, if they actually stick with TypeScript, that might give you something else to play with. I'll do a quick show because this is pretty. Unity Tiny Builds. Let's find a short one here. Yeah, that'd be great. Let's see, find one. Let me stop this since that's not working. So yeah, I mean, so they have like this Tiny Knight example. And it's still in development. I mean, this is not a rock solid version. It's probably still at least 6 months to a year away from being like ready for prime time. So yeah, here's what they're talking about the C#. You know, here's they're saying it's important to note that we will be removing TypeScript once support for C# is ready. But a bunch of the people are begging them not to do that. At the very least, it opens more job prospects for web devs. Yeah, unless they actually go through with this. And I'm sure the reason why is because when Unity, and I'm just theorizing, I could be wrong, but when Unity first started, it supported Mono, Boo, UnityScript, and C#. And then over time, they just started like peeling them away one by one. They just started disappearing. And now Unity supports C# and that's it. So this may be a similar situation where they don't want to open up that, you know, can of worms again and start supporting multiple languages. Which, and I mean, I can understand the complication because, you know, when you're developing a game engine and you have to make sure that the game engine performs well on multiple scripting languages, you know, that just means you have multiple teams dealing with the headaches. So I can understand, but, you know, it kind of sucks that they started off with, when I went to, just a couple months ago, when I went to the Unity Unite meeting, and they were saying that it's going to be TypeScript, and everyone was like, oh, cool, but now they're going, yeah, no. No. It'll be TypeScript until it isn't TypeScript. So, you know, we'll see. I mean, because, you know, down in here's the comments, you can see all these people kind of going, no, seriously, man, keep the TypeScript. Yeah, I wanted to be using TypeScript. So, if enough people maybe scream about it, maybe they'll actually keep the support in. But you never know. But it's nice just because the file sizes are just nothing in comparison, you know. So, that'd be cool to see in the future. Alright, so it did add it correctly, but it didn't. So, I'm just curious, if I go ahead and I choose... it does sound best to all stick to one language like C#. but they should have stuck with that from the beginning since, yeah, rest in peace, Unity scripts, yeah, like me. You know, they have a little plugin that supposedly will take your Unity scripts and adapt them into C#. I've not tried them yet, but my guess is that that'll get me part of the way. But then if it just kind of does partially working and partially broken, then you're just debugging rather than just rewriting from scratch. So I don't even know if that's going to be a viable option or not. You know, as I talked about, I have not gone back to my older games that are Unity script based for fear of just, you know, how much of a nightmare they're going to be to implement and update. All right, so I did choose the dragon. Oh crap! Maybe it did work. Maybe because I was ping-ponging through these guys, maybe I didn't realize actually. Okay, so fingers crossed. Maybe I don't have a bug. Cyclops. If I choose him and I go online game, let's go Cyclops. What do you say? All right, and my launcher is the Cyclops. I have no bug. That's awesome. It does work exactly like I was trying to do. Awesome. There it goes. So you can see the Cyclops, each of the launchers have their own distinct kind of animations. So you can see him just like, turn him around here. There he is. He's just like, just kind of chewing his cud a little bit, you know. Done. And you see, like when he hits it, watch. When he hits a building, he does like that fist pump rather. Oh crap. But when he misses, he goes, oh, right, he rolls his eye. He's a Cyclops, so he rolls his single eye. I missed that. I was trying to nail the villagers that are repairing the building. Got him that time. Okay. He's almost done. But you can see, because I'm playing on level like 40, I jumped that up so the AI would be better. And you can see the AI is much more accurate now, right? When he's on the beginning levels, he'll miss quite a bit. Boom. But it doesn't matter because I am putting him down. There it is. Game over. And I'm going to be a jerk. I'm going to say disrespectful. You see you see him jumping up and down. So he's like going, I worship you, and he's going, yeah, you suck. But there you go. Destruction and launcher bonus. Okay, I still need to fix the scaling on that. Disrespect feels bad, man. It's the only time because I have no in-game chat, right? I have no way of communicating with the other player, primarily because I didn't want to add the potential griefing, and part of it is because if you're in the middle of a game, you don't really have time to be like, you know, sending messages, even like pull-down menus of automatic responses. So I added this just as at least some way to show, you know, if you thought the guy was worthy or not, you know, or if you just want to be like a poor sport, you know, you can respond however you want. Okay, so I do need to address this, so free. Oh. Let me undo the size there. And then I'm going to probably bump him up a little bit. Oh, I hate when it does that. Come on. Really? Okay, fine. I'll come to it this way. Yeah, too true. Yeah, there it is. All right. So I want to scooch him up a little bit. So I put him at 82, and his height is 94. So 84, and the height is 92. We good with that? Yes, yes. Good. All right, and then is one final test. I will go ahead and check the Kraken. Although I don't think it's going to change. Since the other ones were working and it's all using the same code, I don't think anything will break here, but there's no reason not to be sure that the Kraken actually comes up. Alright. And I see a Kraken. Check him out. Looks like he's gasping for water. Boom. Nice. Okay. Oh, no, he's not putting me to sleep this time. There. Suck it. I'm just trash talking the AI like the AI cares. goes. Yep. Almost done. Almost done. Alright. See if I can... He's going to go for that stop. And I'm going to give him a chance to actually put me to sleep. Because I'm just going to like plow through this. And he's going to go for it. But too late. Oh, he hit it! Good news is you put my guys to sleep. Bad news is I just destroyed your island. So you get disrespect. And now you see... I don't know if you saw the Kraken. He was doing like the victory. Raising his arms with the trident. Uh-oh. Oh, crap. Look at that. Okay, I screwed that up, didn't I? I'm glad I checked it. Where did it go? Gotta go. It was great conversation, and I'll definitely see you again. I got 14 days of freedom left. Enjoy them, man. Celebrate the new job. Enjoy the 2 weeks before you have to put on the old ball and chain and put the old nose to the grindstone. But yeah, man, thanks for coming around and hanging out, man. I do appreciate it. And hopefully you can hang out at least a little more before you have to go do the day job. But yeah, thanks, man. Good to see you again. And once again, congrats on the job. Alright. Yeah. Take care, buddy. Oh, wow. It's like all off. What happened here? Hold on. Now I'm completely confused. Destruction bonus. It's just being a jerk. Why is it all up there? Yeah. Chest. Victory, destruction, coins. Really? Oh, let's see. He says go destruction and launcher bonus. That's weird. I don't know why it actually changed the values. It's like snap for no reason. Because that's not what I mess with, but... Alright, and then total coins comes up down here. And he comes up here. Yeah. Leave this destruction bonus, like so. Turn that off, and turn the main menu on. And do one final check. And I think that's going to do it for the day. But yeah, a lot of great progress, man. That's great. So, just in case someone is hanging out and hadn't seen this before, I'll throw this out one more time. So, if you'd like to try out the game, I just uploaded the latest and greatest version to Google Play. So if you're an Android user, you can try out the beta right there. Let's see. If you're on a PC, I did a PC version that you can try out right there. And if you would like to give me a shout, you can always reach me on Discord if I'm not online. There you go. There's my server on Discord. So give me a shout there if you want to just talk, questions, movies, whatever you want to talk about. You can always find me there. And and I'll throw this out there too. And if you want to check out some of my other games, there is Scary Robot. There's my webpage. And I'll toss this out there as well. Finally, if you want to check out some of the previous videos, I know that Twitch only holds on to the videos for a while, so I moved the other ones, the older ones, they get moved over to my YouTube channel, which is Scary Robot Games. So if you want, you can check out some of the older videos there if you want to. And yeah, see the progress. I started doing the streaming stuff back in October, so I'm still a bit of a neophyte at this kind of thing, but still plugging away. Alright, so here we go. One final test. And because I have the dragon unlocked, and I like the dragon, I'm going to do that. Suck launcher. And you should get a 30% bonus. So I'll also check my math too to make sure that it's actually giving me a 30% bonus like it should. So if I just hit the buildings, let's see if I can get like a nice round number. So if I can get like 30. Then I'll know that obviously it'd be total should be 39 because it'd be a 30% bonus. So we do that. Come after this guy. Oh, way off. Done. Yep. Hide your buildings. I'm still gonna hit them. Look at that. I think this one's over here somewhere. Yep. I'm missing. Oh, there's one more up here, I think. Nope, that's not it. Oh, I was close. Shooting in the clouds, and I still almost got him. Oh, he got one rebuilt, but not for long. Bye-bye. All right, and you're done. Oh, crud! I missed. There it is. Now we're at game over. Okay. I'll go neutral. Why not? Let's see. So the victory, 25 coins, destruction, 36, and launcher. Not sure what my destruction was. I don't know if I hit anything actually. So say 25 times 1.3. 32. So I guess I did hit something there. Unless, let's see, 25 times 1.2 is 30. So yeah, it definitely gave me more coins. So yeah, I think that's actually working correctly too. Yeah, because I think I hit a couple of the other pieces. So draw bonus. There it is. So he wagered 25 coins, and he didn't do much destruction. But because he had the launcher, he got an extra bonus 30%. So he got 36 coins. Not bad for a quick victory. That's it. All right. So I think that's a fantastic quitting point. Some place to stop down. So I'm going to hit Control S. Let me switch my scenes back because right now I am in that PC build version. Build settings. I'm going to turn off the PC build, and I will switch it back to Android. Let me hit save one more time. Build settings, and we head over to Android and switch that back. Let's see. So I need to revisit duplicate logins. That's something I can worry about later on. I need to revise AI. That's something I can do later. That's fixed. So yeah, I would consider that a fantastic day of streaming right there. Android version is up. The PC version is up and running. I added the bonus you get if you use one of the unlockable launchers. Oops. No, that's not done. That's just a future thing. Add that down here. Have you ever watched The Virgin Spring by Ingmar Bergman? I have not. I'm familiar with it, but you know what? I take it back. I may have watched it in school a million years ago, but I don't recall it. Something about it? Just you're thinking about the movie in general, or is there something specific about it? Let's see. Yeah, okay. Yep. It's 1960? Huh. Jealous Servant. Woods Along the Way. Yeah, okay. I vaguely remember it. I'd have to actually go back and watch it again to refresh my memory. But, you know, I mean, it's Ingmar Bergman, so, you know, automatic points there anyways. Yeah, died in 2007 at 89. That's a good run. Is that something you just watched recently, or you're just like generally curious? Let's see. Wow, you ended up getting 70 credits as director. That is a heck of a career. Nice. Alright, so that's switching over. Let's see. Nice AI, that's all good. Oh yeah, I was gonna say that this is now done, which is my, see, I had that add coins feature. So I put that in my done category. Once again, to show off the dones, right? This is the combination of bugs and features that I've been working on way too long. All this stuff. Yep. Alright. Just a passing thought. I've seen it before. I love foreign films. Surrealism is fun too. Yeah. Yeah. Trying to remember. Trying to think of what I would like consider one of my favorites of that genre, but I mean, you got the classic Truffaut stuff as well. I don't know. I mean, if you go back, like, way back, right? Cabinet Dr. Caligari, or, like, you know, Battleship Potemkin, the Odessa Steps, man. I mean, that stuff was just so ahead of its time, you know. But some beautiful imagery. Alright. So, I think I'm winding down here anyways. But that was a pretty good run. So, got the Android version out before I actually started streaming. And then I got the PC version for testing. I got that one up, and you guys can... And I guess I should update the website so I can have links to the beta versions. And then what I'll do is, once I go offline, I'll make a concerted effort to get the iOS version alive and kicking. So all my iOS user friends, which actually it's kind of funny, it seems to be a disproportionate amount of you guys out there are iOS users, but I'll get that one up and running for you guys. And then at that point, I guess I'll probably start working on the game trailer. So I'll have something to advertise, and then deal with any remaining issues, and then get the game, like, public. Finally. But, yeah, I think that's going to do it for me today. Where are we at? Well, 4:30. That's a pretty good run. But, thanks again for everyone that's hanging out. Neo Tokyo, thanks again for hanging out, buddy. Thanks for coming by. I know it's, like, different hours for you, but I'm glad you were able to come and hang out. Let's see, anything else? I guess I'll do... You know what? Actually, I got the... Yeah, I just post all the stuff there, so I'm not going to repost everything again. But, so yeah, should I? You know what? I'll do it. Sorry. It's redundant for all you guys, but just in case. One more time. So, if you like to try out the game in the beta version, and if you're an Android user, there is a link to the Google Play, where I just uploaded this morning the latest version for Android. Still in beta, but pretty rock solid. If you look back in the stream there, you can see that, who was that was playing with it? Canadian Sean that was trying to bug hunt and could find nothing, so that's a very good sign. If you would like to, if you're a PC user and you want to try out, I have a beta version of that. So there is a link to the beta version. You want to give that a play. Yeah, I'm still working out if and how I'm going to do the PC released version, but at least for beta you can test that out. And I'm going to shut down the stream here in just a couple minutes, but if you want to chat with me outside of Twitch, there is my Discord channel, my server, and finally, if you want to just check out some of my other stuff I'm doing, there's the webpage, and finally, my older streaming videos, you can always find those right there on my YouTube channel. But I think that'll do it for me. So thanks again, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Today's Monday, so I will be back Wednesday, 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for me. Not sure where it is for you, but that's when I'll be getting started, and I will plug away until 4-ish, like I always do. And hopefully by then, fingers crossed, I hope to have the iOS version out. We'll see. I got CNET in my backyard here in Las Vegas, so I'm gonna go to CNET tomorrow. That may wreak havoc on my schedule, but we'll see if I can get it out the door in time. If not, it'll be pretty soon. So, once again, thank you guys for hanging out. It's so nice you guys. I make it so much more enjoyable for me. So, thanks again for hanging out. Thanks for all the chat. And hope you guys can make it back on Wednesday. Until then, you guys take care and adios.